What a life, what a night, what a beautiful, beautiful ride. Don't know where I'm in 5, but I'm young and alive. Fuck what they are saying, what a life. I am so thrilled right now, cause I'm popping right now. Don't wanna worry about a thing, but it makes me terrified to be on the other side. How long before I go insane? I am so thrilled right now, cause I'm popping right now. Don't wanna worry about a thing, but it makes me terrified to be on the other side. How long before I go insane? What a life, what a night, what a beautiful, beautiful ride. Don't know where I'm in 5, but I'm young and alive. Fuck what they are saying, what a life. It's okay, it's okay that we living this way. Don't know where I'm in 5, but I'm young and alive. Fuck what they are saying, what a life. It's okay, it's okay that we living this way. Don't know where I'm in 5, but I'm young and alive. Fuck what they are saying, what a life.
Ian keeps me.
What a life, what a night, what a beautiful, beautiful ride. Don't know where I'm in 5, but I'm young and alive. Fuck what they are saying, what a life.
Yeah, of course I'm muted. Classic start of the KrysSpeaks experience. Chat, I sat on my ballsack today, and I sat on it bad, and it really hurt. I didn't even know it was legally possible to do it that bad. I heard stories, but I assumed they're a little bit, you know, over-exaggerated, that the male bodies have like the testicle defense system ingrained in our DNA. We do not. Okay, it was bad. It was not a good chat. It was a thoroughly painful experience. Now that that's out of the way, the new DLC for Bannerlord 2 dropped, Kaceytron is apparently going homeless, and I hear that Candace Owens believes that French Jewish assassins are after her because she knows the truth of what happened to Charlie Kirk. And I think Pokimane bought herself an engagement ring. So, in no particular order, let us jump into it, shall we? How are you all doing? How's life? How's everything? Hey Unix, hey Beans, hey Dev, Marak, we've got the D is here as well. I saw a few people in YouTube chat, there's Quill, hi, how you doing, love? And Woke Potato was here as well. Would you believe that Woke Potato asked me if I ever put chicken tendies in the air fryer? Like, this is not the literal fucking air fryer HQ stream right here. Dude, favorite Ben 10 alien? Mine's the amphibian. Do you know I haven't actually watched that much Ben 10 when I was younger, so I'm not entirely sure. Thank you for the video, Merrick. How you doing, buddy? How's life? How's everything? Okay, I don't have all of the tweets and shit collected on this because I had a bit of a hectic day and a slightly shorter stream today. I don't know how long I'll be going for because I have to be in the office tomorrow because I've got a doctor's appointment to do with my migraines recently because they've been getting worse. And the doctor's appointment is right next to the office, so I figured, well, maybe not right next to the office, but it's more in like that direction, so I figured I might as well just go to the office tomorrow and get that sorted out. What is going on in the streamer world? Because there be a lot of things that are popping through my feed, and I'm like reading through them, and I'll be honest with you, I don't quite fucking understand what's happening. So Kaceytron, her lawsuit with H3H3 is moving forward, as I understand it, and I think she offered to settle, and then H3H3 refused her settlement offer outright. I think it was for 17 grand, something as such. And now Kaceytron's talking about how she might go homeless off of all of this. So I'll try and find the tweets in just a second. We can yap about that for just a sec. Pokimane was... I saw a clip from Pokimane. I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention to what source it came from, so do keep in mind if it's something like Yeet or that fucking... What's the inbred? The Volo account? That weirdo. If it's one of those sources, there's probably a little bit of bias going on. But Pokimane was talking about, like, why she doesn't date, and I think she put economy as one of the reasons, which I found a little bit interesting, given that she is an incredibly wealthy person to a point where if she wanted to, I imagine she'd be able to just fucking pay a geneticist to outright create the type of an ideal man that she's after. And now she's bought herself an engagement ring. So I'm kind of curious what the fuck's going on there. So we'll try and go through it. There is a video, a content cop on Anisa... Johma? I don't know. I always forget how to pronounce the surname. Johma, I think. Idub's wife. If we have time today, we might go over that. And obviously there's the, you know, Candace Owens talking about how Israel wants to kill her because she knows what truly happened to Charlie Kirk. Have you made a segment about Twitter's new update, the new Indian internet theory? I have not, but I have been enjoying it. I have been enjoying the sheer amount of MAGA accounts that are... not from America, or Canada, or even Mexico, but like somewhere fucking far away. There's quite a few of those here in Poland as well, like the, you know, Polish people first, Poland best, European Union bad kinds of account. And most of the Polish people who run those accounts are either living in Netherlands or Germany, which Germany is sort of the European Union HQ, so that's a bit of a curious one, really. But you know what? I like that update. I've seen people say that the Department of Justice Twitter account is run from Israel, but I wasn't sure if that was just a shitpost or not. I'd be a little bit worried if it wasn't. Create her an AI man. Well, no, I mean like she could grow a fucking perfectly genetically engineered clone in a vat if she wanted to, which is why I want to watch that video if I can find it in just a moment, because I want to know in what world somebody like Pokimane uses the economy as one of the reasons for why she's struggling to date. Because I imagine there's quite a few reasons, like actual, like valid reasons for why somebody in her position would struggle to date. And I just can't help but think that the economy is not one of them. And there's like 52 reasons just off the top of my head I can think of that are genuinely like super valid. And it's just not economy though. I was right about that one account. Did you ever find the other, by the way? Not that specific one. I found a different one, and I have it saved somewhere, Chido. I'll send it to you later. Well, not an account, but a poster. And I saw that people were talking about him being from Pakistan, I think. But yeah, no, hectic of a week. Hectic of a week for sure. Here's what I want to find. I want to find Pokimane dating. If I type that into Twitter, am I going to get any kind of results? Probably not, right? Because everyone's going to be talking about the engagement ring. She spent 12 grand on an engagement ring. Bro. There's African children who could have eaten that ring. No cap, on God, for real, 12 grand on an engagement ring you buy yourself. I mean, I suppose if you're going to buy yourself any kind of jewelry, then it kind of makes sense for it to be expensive. People like treating themselves. But 12 grand? That's United States fucking dollars, to be clear, yeah? It's a lot of money, bro. Jesus. I've seen that Rapeton had something to say about all of this, but unfortunately I always get his stuff secondhand now because he has me blocked on Twitter. So that's a bit unfortunate. I can't find this. I can't fucking find this video that I'm talking about. Okay, I'm going to regret doing this, but I'm going to look on Yeet's account. I don't think that's bad. 12,000 United States dollars for an engagement ring? That is fucking insane, bro. That is like stupid kind of money, which to be fair, she's insanely rich. So, I mean, to her, buying a 12 grand ring is probably like me ponying up, I don't know, fucking 250, right? I imagine that's sort of the level of wealth disparity we're talking about here. Chido, I've seen people say that if you use a VPN to connect, it apparently puts like a little shield next to your location saying that it might not be accurate. But then I was thinking, how the fuck does it know if you use a VPN or not? If it's, like, I can think of so many ways around that feature, but I like the idea behind it. That's the thing with Twitter. So many things that Elon Musk does, I like the idea behind, and then he completely shits the bed with implementation, right? Community notes, genuinely one of the best ideas I think we could probably have on the internet on like a public forum. Genuinely such a good idea. Completely fucked the way how it's implemented. The system genuinely doesn't work half the time. It's prone to brigading. It's prone to misinformation. But the idea is great, right? And now we've got the location shit, which I think might be great in theory, and I like what I'm seeing so far. But yeah, I mean, people are going to learn how to walk around it, essentially. Why can I not find... Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Have I fucking dreamt this? Was Pokimane not talking about why she is currently struggling to date? And did she not list economy as one of the reasons? Because I can't find anything on this topic. Did it come to me in a dream? No, I'm seeing a post about Nicholas Diorio. Hold on, I'm gonna find it. I can't fucking find it again. What? I'm seeing the post and yet I can't, like, actually... Hold on, Nicholas Diorio. Nicholas Diorio. I'm gonna fucking search by words specifically. Why did she? There are IP address blocks known to be used by VPN, same way Netflix, etc. can restrict you if you use some VPNs. Yeah. Plus, I was thinking, I use Mulvad VPN, right? And if that VPN isn't as safe as is advertised, then... Sorry, if that VPN is as safe as is being advertised, then it shouldn't be, like, trackable the way that this shit supposedly is. Oh, I found it. I found the post. I don't know who this account is, Yoxic, on Twitter, so... As always, take it with a grain of salt, but I'm just kind of curious what's going on here. Let me pause Minecraft Parkour and let us give it a listen, shall we?
Married. Yes. My parents keep asking Here's why I'm not married yet. My parents keep asking, so I'm just gonna send them this video. 1. Dating while being a public figure has its difficulties. If I go on a dating app, I'm either bombarded with people asking if it's really me, or I get banned because they think I'm catfishing myself. Meeting up with a stranger is risky enough, but even more so after instances where a guy will pretend they don't know who I am, and then I find out they knew all along. I also think that, as a career-oriented woman, I don't want to settle for someone who's insecure about what I do or wants to control me. I'd never want to be that way towards my partner. 2.
Again, valid. So far, so good.
I went through a rather traumatizing experience that made it hard for me to feel safe and trust others. Once you see the emotional, psychological, and even physical impact that someone can have on you, it makes you cautious about entering into anything new. I guess you could say I'm on a romantic cooldown of sorts. And lastly, I simply didn't feel it was ever the right time or opportunity to get married in my early to mid-20s. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Between a pandemic, the economy being in the toilet, and there just being bigger things to worry about.
Okay, so it was the economy comment. Right, so I was curious, because everything about this short seemed reasonable up until that point. Was Pokimane already famous during the pandemic? Because I feel like this might have been overblown a little bit. Oh. Her and Shelbo broke up. I don't know what the fuck a Shelbo is, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm only interested in like this broader streamer environment insofar as sometimes it causes interesting discourse that I can yap about on stream. I have genuinely zero interest in it beyond that point. I've seen clips of apparently both Emiru and Miskiff have a different partner now, and both of their partners can be seen in like some of their stuff. Well, no, actually, that's not even fair to say. That's what I've heard about Emiru, that she's got a different boyfriend now and he can be like seen in some stuff and whatever. Miskiff's introduction to his girlfriend is creepy as fuck, bro. Do you guys know that? You guys know the TikTok? I've showed it to you the other day. Like, it is my birthday, and on my birthday I get to introduce my girlfriend, and she is amazing. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Hold on, I'll find it again for you, just so you know. Fucking love this. It is so silly. So genuinely silly, but it's fucking hilarious.
Star Wars Day, everyone. Today is also my birthday, and because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend, who is amazing.
Hi guys, I'm Brittany.
Everyone, today is also my birthday, and because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend, who is amazing. Day, everyone. Today is also my birthday, and because it's my birthday, I get to introduce you to my girlfriend.
And it just keeps going on and on and on. You guys know. You guys know the meme because I've showed it to you before, and this is the exact vibe I want to make this from this. It is so. I'm seeing shit, bro. I'm unironically seeing shit. I'm like Dokes from Dexter, but you know, white.
Yo,
Happy Thanksgiving, Diz. How you doing, buddy?
Show you guys why I haven't been streaming and why I haven't been live lately. I've actually got a girlfriend, and I don't want to hide her from you, so I'd rather show you guys who she is. So, yeah, I'm going to show you and show who she is today. Her name is Juice. Juice.
Why is this in a mall as well?
I'm gay. Yo.
Yeah, like this entire vibe is to me identical to what I've just showed you there. This is my girlfriend, Happy Star Wars Day meme. I don't know what's going on with these people. Miskiff is still very fucking strange as far as I'm concerned. I don't know why this video exists. I don't know why he's doing it from a shopping mall. Weird. Shelbo, there was a mentally ill and unhoused man who is convinced he is dating Pokimane. And when you say unhoused, do you mean homeless? Was that? Or who was convinced he's dating Pokimane and his exploits were documented via his live streaming? Oh, that is a bit unfortunate. But yes, in that case, I'm guessing that it was a one-sided breakup maybe, but the breakup did happen. And also, I saw you mention earlier, Unix, that Poki was big during the pandemic. In that case, I have no idea why she's mentioning the economy. I'm genuinely a bit shooketh by that one. But the rest of this is fine. The rest of this is like, who gives a fuck, like, territory, you know what I mean? The rest of it, I genuinely couldn't care less about. There is, however, one thing that I also want to show you, which is to do with Pokimane, and that's the wedding ring that she got herself, which, again, I don't know what it is, so I don't know anyone who's done this. I've only heard stories of people who bought themselves wedding rings, so you guys can tell me if you have a different experience. But for some reason, my sort of like innate vibe when I hear that somebody's bought themselves an engagement ring is that it's just a really sad thing to do. Like maybe it's for clips, or maybe it's for maybe it's just, you know, to make sure that her name's staying relevant. Maybe there's like a grander strategy that I'm just not seeing. But buying yourself a wedding ring strikes me as like really sad. Like maybe not something that should have happened, you know? Like, I want to give you a hug because I feel like you deserve a hug. And we can talk about why you bought yourself an engagement ring, and it's going to be like a very, very safe environment, no judgment out loud. I just want to understand more than anything else. I bought someone else a wedding ring, wish I bought it for myself instead. Look, I bought my fiancé a wedding ring, okay? Shit's expensive. I know the feeling, silly. I know the feeling. The feeling. Nice, the feeling. Do you know what I genuinely hate this. I hope that this is only the case, because this shit is, because she just doesn't have her own YouTube channel. Why the fuck is it that I type in the phrase Pokimane engagement ring and nothing on here is from Pokimane? We've got a WestJet video, a bunch of shorts, none of them from Pokimane, Asmongold Clips video, Oh My Wings short, again a bunch of shorts not from Pokimane, Lock the Bounty Hunter, another not fucking Pokimane video, Raped on over here, still thinks anyone gives a fuck what he has to say from the privacy of his garden. Hero Hey video, I would unironic, what a fucking nightmare blunt rotation between these two. I think I would rather listen to Tectone actually than Hero Hey. Hero Hey is, I don't know, it's just, he's just such a worthless individual. I don't like any of these people. But again, still, nothing in here is from Pokimane. Does she not have a YouTube account? Rev over Hero Hey. I mean, I agree with you, but to be fair, D, that is a very sad sort of comparison to run. Why in the world would she not have a YouTube channel? Because I'm assuming that she just doesn't really... I'm assuming she just doesn't, because otherwise I would have hoped that it fucking pops up here. Does anyone know if she has a YouTube channel? Or... Because all I want is... I'm looking for this, but I want it from her, so that I know I'm not being clip-chimped.
Engagement ring for myself. Okay, but you guys told me to. In the comments my last video, you guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at Bulgari that I just...
Oh yeah, that was a very, very sad piece of advice to receive. That is, you should not listen to those people, I think. I would not. Who are these people? What is going on here? I want to see the comments.
You guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go...
Girl, get yourself a ring at this point. Why the fuck are we waiting on men? Well, no, because you can get yourself any ring, right? It's an engagement ring. It symbolizes an engagement. Right? It's the same... I've actually heard this. I think it might have actually been Wings of Redemption that I've heard this from. I'm not entirely sure, because I watch LOLcows every now and then. It's just sort of like a thing that I enjoy doing in my private time, just as like if I'm munching on something, or if I just want background noise, I will listen to LOLcows. I think it was Wings of Redemption who his wife wanted him to take her out on a date for her birthday, and he said that, like, why should he spend $100 on steaks in a restaurant if they can just, like, heat up Wendy's or something like that, because they had some Wendy's in the fridge. And, like, yeah, you can do that, right? You're correct insofar as there's gonna be food that you put in your mouth that's gonna sustain you calorie-wise for the time being, much like you can get yourself an engagement ring, but, like, you're missing the point. You're missing a lot of you're missing the whole, like, it's an engagement ring, not just a ring. Although we can talk about the fucking price on these bad boys, okay? Because this shit's fucked. I don't know what makes an engagement ring different than a normal ring, other than what finger it's worn on. The idea that somebody buys it for you, Cheeto, because you're getting engaged, or you buy it to someone because you're getting engaged. It's like, it's an engagement ring. The algorithms recently started sending Papa good videos my way. What's your thoughts on him? Most of the things I've seen from his seemed perfectly fine. I've heard bits and bobs about him that were not so great, but for the most part, I think he's aight.
Go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at bulk rate that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I?
Yeah, no, this is just very sad. This is I've heard this exact rationale before. This is not good. This is incredible if you want to use it as a driving force for, like, hitting the gym, or if you want to use this as motivation for why you should treat yourself and take care of yourself. If you veer into the I'm going to buy myself an engagement ring kind of territory, not so cool anymore, I feel like.
I get this ring for my damn self. So this is me proposing to myself.
I just thought of it. Okay, chat, I'm workshopping this, okay? I'm workshopping this, so keep in mind, might sound a little bit unhinged. Maybe this is not the case. We're gonna get there, but I want to hear your thoughts. I feel like almost this, like the equivalent of buying yourself an engagement ring, but for dudes, would be like buying yourself one of these, like, expensive sex dolls. You know, those, like, those high-end ones, the ones that, like, you pay, like, 8 grand for, and they, like, fucking automatically, like, move their head. They have, like, heated up insides, like, everything, like, they're able to stand on their own, like, all of that shit. And it's not even like you can't do that. You obviously can. Pokimane can buy yourself an engagement ring. You, guys in chat, can buy yourself a really expensive sex doll. But I don't necessarily know if you should share that information with the world, because then it goes from you can to this is kind of sad to hear about. Like the idea that you've found yourself in an environment where the thing that you're doing is supposed to be done with another person, but you don't have another person to share it with, so you just do it on your own, but then you share it with the world that you've done this on your own. You know what I mean? Like, sad. It feels sad. Innately, it feels very sad. But it's not physically different than if you're buying it for yourself. It's not an engagement ring. Seems fine if you want to buy yourself an expensive ring or any piece of jewelry. It would be fine, yeah, Cheeto, but that's the thing. She didn't buy herself any expensive piece of jewelry. She bought herself an engagement ring, and she apparently is proposing to herself. She's doing that is the weird bit, right? Not the fact that she bought herself expensive jewelry. Men buy themselves expensive watches. Example, remember XQC? Bro, I don't think anyone's not going to remember XQC and the watch clips, I want to say, because it's more than one at this point, right? But also, remember, XQC buying himself a watch, perfectly fine. XQC pointing to the watch and saying that he wears more on his wrist than you've made in your entire life, sad. XQC being happy because he got a new watch, perfectly fine. XQC pointing to the watch when he's debating H3H3 to show him how expensive of a watch it is, sad, right? Like, you see what I mean? There is a realm where you can do this and it's not sad. It's just none of these people are opting for that.
Damn! Look at the gorgeous diamonds. I'm gonna have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest.
Oh, bro, and it's real diamonds as well. You're like silly rich, and there are gonna be fucking African children who bled for this shit. Bro, come on. Doesn't she do fucking cookies that are like baked 17 different ways under the fucking sun of the stars and the moon and whatever the fuck in order to get rid of unnecessary calories so you can keep yourself healthy, but bleeding African children are not a step too far? Bro, what is going on here? Quinn had a giga brain take. Maybe she's doing this to hide the fact that a guy actually proposed. Oh, bro, that would be some fucking high level shit. I would have insane level of respect for Pokimane, but I would also be rather saddened by the state of fucking Twitch TV that she has to do this. But this would be like an actual 275 IQ move, unironically.
Engagement ring for men that there ever was, and I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy.
Wait, but is the dude, is that going to be for the dude to wear, do you mean? Or are you going to give that to the dude so that he gives it back to you? I mean, it's fine either way. I don't think I understood her there at the end.
The gorgeous diamonds. I'm gonna have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest engagement ring for men that there ever was, and I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy. I bought an engagement ring.
Hassan would lose subscribers if he revealed he had a girlfriend. Hasn't him and Valkyrie been dating for ages? I thought they were, I thought it's common knowledge that they're a couple, and she heard women loving women was popular and misunderstood the meaning. Maybe. But yeah, the bottom line of that, I think, is that it's just sad from Pokimane, I would say. But if she's doing what Quinn said that she might be doing, which is that she actually got proposed to and she's now going to start wearing that, and she made the whole thing up so that people don't question the fact that she got proposed to, that is big IQ. Big. Fucking capital B. Big IQ. Do we want to talk about the French government trying to assassinate Candace Owens, chat? Do we feel like this has been sufficiently unhinged so far that we can actually delve into that now? Hassan thing is an open secret. It was never confirmed. Is it? Because I don't know a lot about Hassan's like private life. Insofar as I know, there isn't much of one to speak of. But I didn't know. Like, how big of a secret could it be? A proper engagement rings, you can engagement rings with lab-grown diamonds that are basically indistinguishable from mined ones. Those rings are also cheaper. Yeah, Maciek, but that part makes sense to me. My fiance's engagement ring has a variety of stones in it, and lab diamonds are one of them. Because I figured if I'm gonna get my fiance an engagement ring and I'm spending money on this thing, I kind of don't want to think about dead, like, African children that were fucking lynched in order to take those diamonds off of them so they don't have to sell them. You know what I mean? Like, probably there's like, I don't know much about the fucking diamond mining process anymore. I just know that shit used to be bloody, okay? I've watched the movie Blood Diamonds, and I've heard things. Maybe Pokey spent 12 grand and she got them good ones, right? The ones that no children had to die to obtain. But I'm just saying, it's not like a challenging thing to maybe get the one where you don't risk that, you know? It seems a bit cringe at worst, but you know the saying, don't kill the part of you that's cringe, kill the part that cringes. Cheeto, I think that's very motivational, and I agree with the cringe part. I would just build up on it by saying that it's cringe and it's kind of sad. I have Musonite stones in mine, and you'd never know that they aren't diamonds. I like Musonite. I was thinking about that for a very long time. Kirk is astro projected himself from Agatha to tell Candace Israel got him. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been seeing a lot of those memes, like the Agatha ones. I don't know what any of that means. I haven't watched the TV show. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is supposed to mean. I don't know what it alludes you. It's a little bit like the 67 meme, right? Like, I was at work when that became popular. By the time I finished my shift, everyone already knew what it means, and ever since then I've been afraid to ask. So all of those Agatha memes, all of those 6-7 memes, bro, I went to work one day, right? Must have been a Tuesday, like any other Tuesday, started my shift in the morning, finished my shift in the afternoon, I hit the gym, came back home. It must have been no later than 7 p.m, maybe 8 p.m, and in the morning, if you laughed at anything Charlie Kirk related, there were people who would try and find out where you work so they can get you fired. In the evening, people were superimposing Charlie Kirk's face onto other memes and other people in order to laugh at the fact that he got murked. I have no idea how the fuck that happened in a space of like 12 hours at most, but it did. It did, and I never got around to understanding why. I'm just here for the memes now. Hey, Stepan, how you doing, baby? Get like a cool random crystal / stone instead, and you can go, yeah, this is tungsten, is the densest metal on Earth. I can think of a few denser metals, okay? I've got a few of those in my chat, I want to say. By the way, I didn't tell you guys, did I? My wedding bands are ready to be picked up. Me and my fiance will be going to pick them up next week, I believe. And, I'm pretty excited, chat. I'm pretty excited. Obviously, we're going to check if they fit. We're going to test them. And, then we're just going to put them away and wait for our wedding. But we got nice ones, okay? We got, I found a design where the way it looks, basically just like assume that this is the... I can't draw for shit, so keep that in mind, right? But like this is the ring basically seen from top down, right? On your finger. The way we've got it is it's sort of almost like cut diagonally. One side of it is rose gold and the other is regular gold. And the regular gold is like polished and shiny. So that you can... No, sorry, the regular gold is like almost like sanded a little bit. So it's got this... it's got like this really cool texture. I don't know what to call it properly. And then the rose gold bit is very shiny and polished so that you can see your own reflection in it. And it's very subtle rose gold as well. So it's not like pink. It's actually very similar to regular gold. And it looks cool as fuck, chat. Very excited to go next week and pick him up. Never donate to Chris again after he's wasting money on a ring. Dude, if anything, you should donate to me more, okay? Because I'm gonna go and pay for those things in 2 weeks. And after that, I think it's just gonna be zupka chińska and fucking chleb. Suchy chleb, okay? That's what it's gonna be. It's just gonna be suchy chleb and zupka chińska. And maybe grochówka z Biedry. Those are my options ahead of me for the month of December, bro. And I need to buy gifts. Believe it or not, my woman looks me in the eyes and she says that even though we got the wedding bands, okay, we're gonna have the wedding bands and we're gonna pay for them. We still should do like, you know, proper Christmas gifts and all that, bro. With what money? With what coinage, woman? I don't know. Shit's fucked, bro. Shit's fucked. Just don't get married, chat. Not because of any of the bullshit reasons that red pill dipshits give you. Just because it's expensive. The wedding's expensive. The rings are expensive. And in order for you to spend money on the wedding and on the wedding bands, yeah, do you know what you need to do first? You need to buy an engagement ring. Why? Must it be so expensive? Make her something from pasta? Maybe. I don't know. I was thinking... I don't know what I was thinking, bro. To be fair, I am incredibly excited. Yeah, you're fucked. Thank you for the 139 bits, Stepan. Yeah, look, it is what it is, you know? We make do. Currently, Stepan, we are still in the grim area in terms of the soundboard. We've got 3, and it's the 380, 150, and 100. 380 is the Polska Górom. I forgot to turn that off after the Polish Independence Day, so I'm just keeping it there now. Have you noticed ever since Trump won all those pro-Russian accounts instead of evil American empire, they blame France and Macron? Bro, what I did notice is that both... Unironically, I fucking love that. Fucking Pudzianowski, bro. Fuck me. Do you know what I have actually noticed? And this is like an actual fucking real noticing that happens in the world. Candace Owens has been beefing with the left, the political left, for as long as Candace Owens has existed, right? Marjorie Taylor Greene has beefed with the political left for as long as she's fucking existed. And she's been around for a while, okay? I don't know her exact age, but she looks decrepit. She's old. And she's been beefing with the left for as long as she's been around. Candace Owens and Marjorie Taylor Greene start beefing with MAGA specifically, not just the right, but MAGA Republicans, and suddenly Marjorie Taylor Greene has extra security around her, and she is saying that there is credible threat on her life and she needs to be careful, and shortly thereafter she resigns. Candace Owens is talking to us about how there are fucking assassins on her. Like, I don't know, it feels like these fucking secret Jewish assassins only jump on top of you when you start beefing with the political right and not the political left. So I guess that's that when it comes to the violence of the two parties. But shit's weird. Let's give it a read. 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. More specifically, that the green light was given to the small team and national Gendarmerie Intervention Group. Yes, I am told there is one Israeli that is on this assassination squad, and the plans were formalized. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassin trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of state of France apparently wants us both dead and has authorized professional units to carry this out. I ask that every person retweet and share this. I do not know who in the American government can be trusted, since the source claims our leaders are aware, but I have more specific information which is definitely verifiable should they care to reach out to me. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public execution to risk their own life, may God bless you, truly. Let all be revealed. 43.5 million views, 100,000 retweets, 219,000 likes, 32,000 bookmarks. I just had a sip, boss. Thank you for the hydration, Redeem buddy. I can't help but feel, so obviously, I don't know how this shit works, right? I don't know what political assassinations look like, how they're carried out. I don't really know much about assassinations in general, believe it or not. I feel like if the French government wanted Candace Owens dead, she'd be dead, right? I don't really, like, this seems, you know what I mean? This is a lot. This is, I mean, she's saying that they've got an actual source, so I'm hoping that the source gets, I mean, to be fair, I say I'm hoping that the source gets revealed. If the source is true and the source gets revealed, then the person gets fucking killed. But like, yeah, this is, the cancer gun type shit, yeah. Or did you see the one, the umbrella fucking, dagger shooting thingy-majig? Hold on. Umbrella, spike, assassin, weapon. Have you guys seen this? I'll see if I can find that fucking clip. The heart attack umbrella, yeah. Did we watch that shit on... Did we watch that shit on stream or not? Does anyone have a link to the heart attack umbrella? What are you talking about, mate? I'm talking about assassins in politics. And unironically, no, Stepan, there is this video, we must have watched this on stream, where they show off like different ways how assassins can like assassinate someone, like proper assassins, like government assassins, like people who have like fucking James Bond type technology. And they've showed a bunch of different things, and one of them was this umbrella that you would particularly use this if it's like raining outside, because otherwise you're just a dipshit walking around with an umbrella for no reason. But at the tip of it, there is a hole, like an opening, and you press that against someone's leg, and you like click the handle or some shit, and it sends like this spike into the person's leg, right? Because you're aiming it at the leg, and it gets into your bloodstream, and it causes a heart attack in like a couple of minutes. And the person doesn't really feel what happened. Like they might feel like a sharp something, but they're not gonna, you know, by the time they realize what's going on, you will have fucking dipped out of there, and then they die. So an assassin umbrella is like an actual thing. They've got mad technology nowadays, bruv. Yotin subscribed with Prime for 12 months. Let's fucking go, Yotin. And chat, I am happy to say a hype train has begun. Bulgarian umbrella. Yeah, is that the one? Is that the one, Chido? The closest actual example that comes to mind is India's alleged assassination of a Canadian activist a few years back. Well, the one political assassination I can think of is JFK, bro, okay? Because I have a feeling, okay? No, I'm just kidding. I actually haven't heard of that one, Chido. Bulgarian umbrella. Yeah, Stepan, I'm gonna change your mind, bro. Your entire life is gonna be in shambles. Look at this shit. This has proper graphics to it as well, so you know the shit's real, okay? And this comes from Chido, so if you don't buy what I'm showing you, you've got to, Chido's gonna have beef with you, all right? And I'm just saying you might not want to do that, is all. You might not want to do that. So look at this. Listen to this shit, Stepan. Are you ready? Are you in chat? Are you listening? This is some important shit right here. I'm about to drop. Oh fuck. Okay, so you've dropped things as well. Thank you very much for the 25 gifted community subs. Shithouse. Thank you ever so much. Let's fucking go, chat. And congratulations to the 25 lucky people. I've just seen Marak as one of them, and Peepo got a sub. Look at that. For Christmas present. Thank you kindly, Stepan. It is well appreciated. Watch this shit, bro. Watch this. What? Bulgarian umbrella, yeah? Watch this.
They jabbed the umbrella tip into the victim's leg from behind, and a hidden trigger inside the shaft released a burst of compressed air. This fired a tiny metal pellet just under the skin, which contained a deadly poison. After it entered their bloodstream, the victim's cells began to shut down, causing their organs to fail, and the assassin disappeared with the killer umbrella, leaving the person to die.
See? That shit's real, bro. And anyway, all of that just to say, again, thank you very much for the 25 gifted, Stepan. All of that just to say, I feel like if they wanted Candace Owens dead, she would be dead, right? There are so many different ways to get that shit done. Crazy? Yeah, bro, bro running like that makes him look real sus though. Okay, we can workshop the way how you're supposed to escape the crime scene, but the point is they can get that shit done with just an umbrella. It is actually mad how much you can get done with just an umbrella. Insane, bro. You've got the Bulgarian umbrella for like assassinations. There is a self-defense umbrella as well. And I know for a fact that this tool is pure fire. Have you guys heard of this? I think it's called Unbreakable Umbrella, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's called Unbreakable Umbrella. And I will never not chuckle at that clip. Still beating people with sticks will be more intimidating, not gonna lie. Well, it would be to send a message across, but this is more for like a proper assassination, you know? Like they want you gone type shit. So you've got the Bulgarian umbrella, you've got the Unbreakable umbrella, which is for self-defense, and it is pretty big and cozy. You can fit 2 people under there. The tip is made out of this metal, so you've got extra shit there. The core of it is, I think, some enhanced fiberglass, so you can literally stand on it and it doesn't break, and you can beat the living fucking shit out of someone with one of these. I can't confirm the beating part, but I can confirm the actual product's sort of functionality, because I got one of those. I asked for it as a birthday gift when I must have been not even 18 at the time. I saw an ad for a self-defense unbreakable umbrella, okay? And I think there must have been like an Assassin's Creed release that were timed somewhere around that time as well. And bro, little Chris was not having anything else for Christmas. I went straight downstairs to my mum and I was just like, look, this, all right, this. My birthday's right around Christmas time as well. It's like, don't get me a gift for a birthday and then something else for Christmas. Just like pull all that shit together and get me one of those umbrellas. And I've had it ever since. The umbrella must be like, it must be coming up on a decade now. And it works really well to like shield you from rain. It's big enough for 2 people to fit under it. I always take it with me whenever I'm going somewhere with my fiance, and it's genuinely unbreakable. So if I need to slam the shit out of someone at some point in my future, I already have the tool for it. This shit is mustache twirling levels of dastardliness. Alright, if you're going to use language like that, pause, I have very high expectations, okay?
Inside the assassin's teapot, there are 2 chambers, one filled with tea and the other filled with poison. If you cover the hole on the poison chamber, it blocks the air coming in, which stops the poison from coming out. So only the tea will be poured in your cup. Covering the hole on the tea chamber will allow only the poison to be poured out in the enemy's cup. Covering both holes makes it so nothing comes out, and pouring with both open allows the 2 liquids to mix together. Inside the...
See, but then shit like this is why I don't... Shit like this is why I don't exactly buy, like, the grand government conspiracy of, like, they wanted Charlie Kirk dead. Well, actually, no, that one has some... That one has an angle to it that I can understand, even if the evidence is not there. I can at least understand, like, the thinking behind it. But, like, with Candace Owens, bro, I feel like they would just use shit like this, you know what I mean? Assassins have been around for as long as humanity's been around. Thems be very crafty, okay? I don't think they need to, If they wanted Candace Owens dead, she'd be dead, is what I'm saying. Level 6 hype train with 760 biddies and 26 subs. Thank you kindly, chat. As of 2008, better umbrella ideas are so common that there were 4 people in the government whose entire job was reviewing umbrella-related patents. Yeah, I'm not even surprised, bro. Umbrellas are mad cool. It's also the weapon that I use in Where Winds Meet. Okay, the CIA's scariest weapon.
This is the CIA's scariest weapon. The CIA has been called before Congress. They are about to reveal a very unique gun.
Does this pistol fire the dart?
At first glance, this pistol looks like any other, but it is the ultimate assassination tool. You won't realize if you get hit by it, and it will kill you in seconds.
Hot take. If it's pistol shaped, it can't be the ultimate assassination tool, right? Because it's pistol shaped. For it to be the ultimate assassination tool, it needs to be something innocuous, something that you can carry around with you day in and day out. That's why the Bulgarian umbrella wins as far as I'm concerned, because this is gun-shaped, and if somebody's pointing a gun-shaped gun at you, you might at least be a little, you know, little bit of like a sussy backer kind of vibe. An umbrella, on the other hand, though, nobody's gonna look twice.
But no one will be able to tell.
As a murder instrument, that's about as efficient as you can get, isn't it? It is a weapon, a very serious weapon.
How did the CIA create this pistol, and how does it work? It's the 70s. This scene is a product of 3 events. 1, after enjoying a good image for decades, the CIA turns out to be involved in 2 major scandals. In both, they spied on American citizens. 2, as a result of said domestic spying and public outrage, the Church Committee is set up. They are to investigate what this omnipotent agency is actually up to. 3, as part of their investigation, the committee searches through CIA locations. In a little used vaulted storeroom, they find 11 grams of shellfish poison, saxitoxin to be precise. It is extremely deadly and one of the fastest acting poisons on the planet. It blocks the transmissions of nervous system impulses. With sophisticated equipment, the 11 grams hoarded by the CIA could kill hundreds of thousands of people.
I don't, so another thing I don't know much about, poisons. how does like nature come up with this shit? You know what I mean? Like, how is it that somewhere out there is like this poison thingamajig? Actually, I don't know if this one's naturally out there or if this one's like done in a lab. I suppose this one is probably done in a lab. But how does a nature come up with? Because it's like every one of those does something else in it. Like if they did kind of the same thing, then like yeah, fair enough. Like very sort of straightforward evolutionary angle to that. But they all do different shit. And I mean, I understand it, right? Different animals deal with different predators. They have different means of dealing with it, different things that they might need. In some cases, it's not just for attack, it's for like defense and yada yada and all that bollocks. But like, how does that actually happen? Because I played the Spore games, right? All of them, I think. Like, banger games, by the way. If you've never played Spore, I highly recommend. And they didn't cover any of this shit in there. I mostly just danced with everyone, and then I got them on my side. You can go through a very healthy chunk of Spore by just dancing with people, and then you reach the stage where like you can make rockets that go into space to set up your space laser, and then you just genocide whichever one of the dancing people you didn't really like at any point earlier, you know? Like sometimes in Spore, I like to leave like one specific village behind and like lock them in, and just like they will know my wrath years from now. But there was one member of their family way back when who wouldn't have danced with me when I wanted no beef whatsoever, just good dancing vibes, and I'm revenge innit? What were we talking about? Oh yeah, poisons. Yeah, I don't know how the fuck did we come up with any of this shit, man.
Due to this and other findings, the committee questions the agency in various hearings. Most of these are held privately to protect intelligence sources and methods. But this one is public and televised. It is meant to educate the American people of the CIA's various misconducts. Senator Frank Church of domain name for 1 year
I will
on
skip
top.
ahead a little bit.
If you're ready to dive deeper, Udo offers a range of other powerful applications to optimize your business.
I fucking skipped right into the ad, didn't I? There we go. Heart attack gun. Show this shit to me.
This is how it works. The gun itself is practically a normal .45 with a round sight attached on top, but inside it's quite unique. It works by electricity. Here in the handle of the gun is a small battery that powers everything. The gun fires a small dart. You put the dart in here. When the trigger is pulled, it shoots out almost silently and reaches its target over a surprisingly long distance.
What range does it have? 100 meters, I believe, about.
These darts are a key part of the weapon. They come in different sizes. One of them is so thin that the target doesn't even realize they've been hit.
A special one was developed which potentially would be able to enter the target without perception.
The darts are coated with the shellfish poison, which gives the target an apparent heart attack. In a later iteration, the CIA found a way to freeze the deadly poison into a tiny pellet, so they could fire it directly.
So when it reached the person, it would melt inside them, and the only thing would be like one little tiny red dot on their body, which was hard to detect. There wouldn't be a needle left or anything like that.
Yeah, see, again, so this is what I mean. Like, if they want you dead, bro, you're gonna die. They're not gonna do it the old-fashioned way, you know what I mean? The only way how, like, the conspiracy theory with shit like Charlie Kirk makes sense is if you take the angle that they wanted to have somebody to blame this on, right? Because the problem with this pellet thing is that it's just a heart attack and you can't really blame anyone for heart attack, right? I suppose you could blame God, right? And then in a roundabout way, religious people, but that's a bit of a silly thing to do. With Charlie Kirk, they obviously blamed the left. But I don't know, man. I don't know. For both plants and animals, poison provides an evolutionary advantage to discourage consumption by other animals. Yeah, and then humans make that shit into delicacies? Delicacies. I'm ESL, bro. ESL.
A bullet fired from her lipstick tube, hitting the man. You see, while this looked like a normal tube of makeup, there was actually a tiny pistol inside. With a twist of the cap, the user could fire a single shot.
Yeah.
It was designed for secret agents who needed a weapon that wouldn't raise suspicion. By the time anyone realized what had happened, the spy would be gone.
Isn't the problem with all of these that they, like, you can't really get them through x-rays and shit like that? The SAS, yeah. She did. She winked at him right here.
Shot.
What was it?
It was designed for secret agents who needed a weapon that wouldn't raise suspicion. By the time anyone realized...
Yeah, she fucked him up. And we started to synthesize it so we could kill each other. Yeah, we did. That's sort of what we do with most plants and animals, isn't it? We either eat them, or we make something out of them to kill others with. Or in case of many of the animals, actually, way back when, we would eat them and then use their bones to make, like, tools and weapons out of to kill each other. The problem with all of this is the CGI. Nah, the CGI isn't the problem here. It's not a bug, it's a feature, man. The CGI here is what keeps this alive. It's what keeps this good. Hot peppers are spicy because they don't want to be eaten. I do want to eat them, though. I like peppers. I like spicy food in general. It's just good. Then the ultimate assassination tool, Agent 47's briefcase, has better tracking than missiles. I haven't played many of the Hitman games, so I don't really know what's in his briefcase, man. I assume everything, right? Is it like his inventory, or is it like an actual tool? I'm with the umbrella. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I'm sticking with the Bulgarian umbrella. Sorry, I'm just glancing at my second monitor because I'm just scrolling down through Twitter, and this new, like, Grok-influenced algorithm is so fucking peculiar, man. I get some weird shit on my feed now. Some of it's okay. Some of it's not. It's a bug that if you throw it, it will home in like a fucking missile. Okay, that is pretty based. Homing missile, briefcase, sounds pretty chill. Oh, by the way, it was in my YouTube chat, right? I think it was Boris who was saying that that Brown did it again. What did he do? Did he do another speech about how, like, the Jews are bad? Because he does these now and then. I know that he's still not allowed in the parliament, and he was throwing a shit fit over that. And it one-shots, if I'm correct. I mean, if it's got the homing missile technology, it's gonna one-shot, innit? Bro, there is so much porn on my Twitter feed. I can't scroll through this on stream. Oh, chat, do you want to laugh at me? There is this game, I don't know what it's called. It's like you've got 5 letters and you have to guess the word. And you guess a random word and it highlights which letters you get right and which ones you get wrong. Chat, do you want to play that together? Just for like a few minutes, just so I can get my brain rewired and then we can move on to like other content. Word. Is that what it's called? Just Wordle? Hell yeah, can I play, is there like somewhere where I can play unlimited without registering and it's not gonna be like weird, cringe, fucking IP doxing type shit? Is this it, chat? So I can just type things to... Jesus, fuck, hold on. I need to back to this, and do they have like dark mode? Yes, thank fuck for that. Fucking sheesh. Alright, 5 letters. I think it's only 1 per day on the main site. Oh, no. Wordle on Cool Math Games? Hold on. Cool Math Games, to the rescue. Hold on, I'm muting that, that's for sure. Oh, no, hold on, that's not it. Light mode just jump scare. Yeah, it is a proper flashbang. Does anyone have a link? Because I'm finding some weird shit, bro. We can do this one in the meantime. Okay, can I just type in black? Okay, fucking legendary, chat. Absolutely spectacular. spectacular fucking performance. Just... I cannot teach you what I have. It cannot be taught. I was just born better. It's just it's indescribable. And then I'm blamed for believing in eugenics when I'm just a fucking specimen above the rest. Let's fucking go. Okay, let's do another one. We can do more. We can do more. We can go with world now. And none of these are correct. See, sometimes we won, sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Let's go with another. Okay, CK. Okay, so we've got C and K as the last two letters. So this is gonna be... No, hold on. No, Grak is too few letters. Specimen? Bro, it's 5 letters. What do you mean specimen? Who taught you how to spell? Crack? Oh no. So no B. Quack? No, but there is a U somewhere. Maybe it's something UCK? Stuck? Yes, let's go, Pass. Let's go. I am unironically built different, though. We can do this one in the meantime. Okay, can I just type in black? Okay, fucking legendary, chat. Absolutely spectacular fucking performance. Just... True, though. I cannot teach you what I have. Fucking love that. Thank you for clipping that, Unix. That one's going, That one's probably going to go straight on YouTube, actually. Okay, we're gonna go with black again. Ooh, L-A, but maybe in a different order. A is definitely third. I was doing the same shit. I know you were, Stefan. I know you were. Unix is like a legendary clipper. Like, for real, for real. If Unix was born in the hood, we would all be fucked, bro, is all I'm saying. So A is definitely the third letter. Hey, look at the clips coming now. That was really good though, wasn't it? Fucking first game. Absolutely spectacular. What are the odds of that? First ever Wordle as well. Okay, so A is the third letter. No, okay, so not CK. Never mind. I need to think of a different 5-letter word. Ooh, okay. No N, no D. L and M are somewhere in here. So L's got to be either the first or the last letter. I appreciate that, Beans. I appreciate that. Lamed? No, the A's third. Okay, hold on. I know this isn't the one, but I'm curious about the letters. Okay, so no. So this is ALM. Lamp. Maybe not here. Plus, you know, 4 letters versus 5. I'm wondering if this is the order. So AML, anti-money laundering, chat. That's what I do for a living. Probably not. Oh shit! Not what I meant to do. Well, again, it's oh no, it couldn't be because L is not the 4th one. Good guess though, Marak. I don't know that many words, I've come to realize. Reels. Well, that's what I'm doing, but that can't be the word because that's 4 letters in it. Cheeto's suspiciously quiet. I think Cheeto still can't pick himself back up after I got the word right immediately on the first go. Cheeto's just genuinely flabbergasted. Shooketh. Man's never seen anything like this. Probably not Dumpy though, innit? No. I mean, I knew it's not going to be it, but I'm running out of ideas. Something, something, A. Maybe... Good attempt. Does it tell you? Oh, it was email. Fuck off. Two National Guardsmen were shot in DC, and I'm worried it might be justification for a bigger crackdown. Throw us a link to an article or anything like that, Cheeto, or anything that's happening. I'll go over it just now. I'll just finish this Wordle, because otherwise my brain's gonna keep thinking about this instead. Okay, we've got an I. No, Ishmael is a bit of a too long one. Actually, we can go back to this in a sec. Now, hold on, because now I'm thinking about this. 2 military personnel appearing to be National Guard shot near White House. Sources. Their conditions are unclear. 2 uniformed military personnel appearing to be National Guardsmen have been shot in downtown Washington, just blocks from the White House, according to 2 sources familiar with the ongoing situation. The Metropolitan Police Department said it is on the scene of a shooting at the 17th and I Streets. Please avoid the area as MPD and our partners work to secure the scene, the MPD wrote on X. This is not good. It's live breaking news. There is not much info. We'll keep at it, at least for the little bit that I'll still be live for. That's one of the things about America that always and the word was black. Fuck's sake, it was perfect. And one of the things about America that is always so difficult for a Euro, if you will, is the fact that oftentimes shit happens that I can't stay up for. And then I go to sleep, and it's like the world moves in that time quite rapidly, you know what I mean? It's like time traveling. You get up and you realize that there's like a whole new fucking president now. He's shook, but let's be real, Chris. Would Cheeto actually love you if you were a worm? He is afraid of that question. Okay, so I and R. No. No, roadie is not a word either. Is irked like this a word? No. But at least we've got these sorted out, so I's probably going to be here or here. Hey, Globalize, how you doing? Give describe the phenomenon correctly. The world is spinning faster than you are time traveling. Yeah, but it's like it's not just the fact that things are changing in that time. It's what consequences of these things changing I'll have to deal with by the time I've woken up, you know? I've been great. That's what we like to hear, Globalized. That is what we like to hear. Did you guys hear that the DLC for Bannerlord 2 came out? No, sorry, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. I didn't even know that they're making a DLC, and it's out now, apparently. It adds Vikings and ships and shit. It seems pretty cool, actually. I wonder how long it will take modders to catch up. No, so none of this. So I and R. No. Chat gives a hand. Bro's struggling here. Okay, so it's like this. Potentially. Roids. What do you mean words not found? Fucking gear, bruv. The needle. Trenbolone sandwiches. Arranged would be too many letter spars, but the S is in here somewhere. I is definitely in the middle. IRS. Probably not. What if we would try... Or... like this? Yes, it is past shirt. Could have typed gains, I'm disappointed. Look, we all know that it's the broids at the end of the day, okay? No, hold on, we'll start with the... Oh, okay, so no... Well, T's here, kind of. Oh, okay. Fuck, no, I shouldn't have used this, because the R's are overlapping, right? No, because R... Botted? Is that... No, that's not a word. No, because U is not going to work either. Politics brains. Look, it is what it is. Okay, last Wordle. Last one, and then I'm moving on to grander things and more important things. I'm also going to be refreshing that article because I want to know what the fuck's happening. I'll move this here, actually, for the time being. Booty. Oh no, but B's in here and T and Y, so... Batty, like a batty crease, you know? But no, so B's right, T and Y is right. So it's B. Oh. No. No, never mind. I was going to say beauty, but that doesn't fit. I have no clue what that could be. I'm having a rough time too. Okay, so there is an A. So it's bar something T. Is this a word? No. Banty? Okay, so it's not Banty. Bro. Bhakti. Is this a thing, chat? Batty? Oh, fuck off. So it was, when I was saying earlier Batty, I thought that word is just a slang word. I don't know that's an actual, no, of course it's an actual word. Oh, I even said it. Sorry, chat. Sometimes your boy has an ESO moment. And sometimes your boy gets it right and then still doesn't type the word in. All right. According to a DC police official, there was an active shooter incident at 2:20 p.m. ET at the entrance to the Farragut West metro station. Isn't Batty slang name for us? Batty crease is the bit where like your ass connects to like that bit of your skin, like that bit in between. Batty itself is kind of like a name for us, but it can serve a few different purposes as well. But yeah, no, Stepan, you're not wrong. What a day. What a day. Ooh, guys, did you see Path of Exile 2? I don't know if you've seen this. We're getting a new league in December. And apparently, we are finally getting druids and shapeshifting. Hey Goro, how you doing, buddy? I watch too much Sidemen. I actually really like Sidemen. Of all like these kinds of shows, I really like Sidemen. And I don't like KSI too much. Is Path of Exile 2 released yet? Still early access, people. There's gonna be a free weekend, December 12th to 15th. And on December 4th, they're going to unveil the new league, which is the last of the druids. I hope that they're going to add more than just the druids, but this is the...
For those who walk alone, the night bites colder. But there are those who bite back.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2. In 3 weeks we'll be launching The Last of the Druids, our third major addition to Early Access. Join us on the 4th of December for GGG Live, where we'll be revealing everything we have in store. If you haven't gotten a key for Early Access yet, then good news. We'll be having a free weekend alongside the launch. Players on all platforms including Steam, Xbox and PS5 will be able to play the entire game for free over the 3 days.
Yeah, so I'm quite looking forward to this. I'm very curious as to where this is going to go. Obviously, druids, shapeshifting in general, I've been very looking forward to because I want to see how they tackle it because they've jumped through different iterations now, and I just want to know what the final finished product is. But I hope that they're not going to abandon like the other shit because aren't two-handed maces still the only two-handed warrior weapon that we have access to in Path of Exile 2? There are no swords. Flails we're still waiting for. Beating out Diablo. I'll be honest with you, bro. I played Diablo 4 and I played Path of Exile 2. And whilst I don't think that Diablo 4 is like a bad game by any means, it ain't got shit on Path of Exile. Hold on. Pause was saying if I can do one of these, I'm eager to see it. Okay, so GeoGrid. Board 599, score 900, guesses left 10, infinity mode, tip. So French is an official language and flag with yellow. So I click and I type in Belgium, for example. And is this good or is this bad? French is an official language in Europe. Wait for this one, chat. France. Oh. Borders 4 to 5 countries. Oh, I don't think France borders 4 to 5 countries, actually. It'd be cheating if I pulled up a map, right? I'm not allowed to do that. You can only use one country once. Oh, fuck off. This is not good then, is it? French is an official language and borders 4 to 5 countries. So you can't use France or Belgium again. Well, yeah, no, I get that now, but... I don't know. Where else do they speak French in Europe other than France and Belgium? You can't... Okay, hold on. We're just gonna fuck this up, and we're gonna look elsewhere. Africa. Thank you, Peepo. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and type in... Doesn't have to be in Europe. Okay, let's ignore Europe then. Let's say Canada. Canada doesn't border 4 to 5 different countries. I don't think. I actually don't know that much about Canada. It's part of the Danube River system, bro. I don't know what the Danube River is, though. But it can be in Africa. Where in Africa do they speak French? I don't actually know that many African countries, to be honest with you. But where do they speak French? All over? Okay, but I feel like if I type something like Ethiopia in here, I'm just going to look like a daft cunt. All the former French colonies? Yeah, because I get taught the French colonies at school, Chief. Mozambique? To be fair, yeah. Because it's got a French name in it. Ooh, nope, Mozambique is wrong. Try Mali. Mali. Nope, also wrong. See, get fucked, all of you. You thought you get to fucking flex on me. But no, you don't. No, you don't. So that's what I was... Yeah, hold on. Okay, Switzerland works. I don't know what a Danube River system is, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. Capital is not the most populated city, but a flag with yellow. I was gonna know Germany. In Germany, Berlin is definitely the most populated, right? Borders 4 to 5 different countries. Do you know what? I'm just gonna... No, because I don't think it actually does... I don't think Germany borders 5 countries. Okay, do you know what? I'm just gonna... Because I feel like... No, yeah. Brazil. I was gonna say Chad for the French 4 to 5 bit, but you already got one. Yeah, Capital is not the most populated city, bro. I don't know city populations. Danube is a big river from Black Sea to Central Europe. Okay. Germany does. Stepan, I didn't even know that. That's kind of cool, actually. Okay, yellow and... Capital is not the most populated city. In Mexico City, the most popular one in Mexico, right? Hold on, does Mexico even have a yellow flag, or am I having a moment here? Does the eagle on the Mexican flag count as yellow? Or like whatever the fuck bird that is. Romania for Danubian yellow. Romania. Yeah, okay. But you only get common, okay? 30%, so you're like not as smart as me with Belgium, for example, just so that we understand. This one is fucked. The capital is not the most populated city, because I don't know many cities where capital is not the most populated city. I don't know many countries, sorry, where capital's not the most populated one. I'm intellectually inferior. Don't think of yourself as intellectually inferior. Think of myself as having surpassed you, intellectually speaking. That is why I'm wise enough to wear gloves on my hands indoors when my hands are cold. How is France uncommon? Maybe for this question. Actually, no, because France in Europe, yeah. Brazil is one. Turkey for small capital and in Europe. Turkey's not on here, mate. Oh, okay, there we go. Do you not know that, Globalized? Do you not know what I was saying there? With the my hands are cold. Oh, you're in for a treat if you don't know what that was. Hold on. You're in for a banger clip, bro.
Show me something. Why are you...
Bro, you've no idea. You've no idea what you've awoken.
Show me something. Why are you wearing gloves? Why do people wear gloves? What? It is an article of clothing. Why do you wear clothes? Obviously, because there's no social stigma against exposing one's bare hands. It's obvious that my hands are cold.
Fucking love that clip, bro. There's so many good Vosh clips. Brazil. Brazil is for the bottom. Wait, this one or this one? The middle bottom or the one where capital is not the most populated? Sometimes it's just your hands, right? Especially if you've got like a blood circulation issue. See, no, Brazil's not for this one. Oh, hold on. I'm having a moment, aren't I? Nope, I'm not having a moment. Yeah, no, Brazil's just not, I don't feel like I've done very well, to be quite honest with you. An elite amongst mortals? In what world? Is the lot of you retarded? I tried both Globalize. I put Brazil in this one and in this one, and it's just not one of them. Look at the game summary to see answers. Game summary. Oh, Brazil was in the top right. Flag with yellow and capital is not the most populated city. Romania here. Hungary in the middle. Then Switzerland, Slovakia, and Bolivia. I feel like these kinds of games are useful for learning, but I'm not a smart man. Oh well. Oh well. One suspect is in custody. The Metropolitan Police Department said that the scene has been secured. Multiple law enforcement agencies, including the US Marshals, ATF, and the FBI, have responded. President Donald Trump has been briefed on the shooting. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement, the White House said it is actively monitoring the situation. A White House official confirmed the White House is currently on lockdown. Trump is in Florida, where he is spending Thanksgiving at his Mar-a-Lago club. Responded to what? The 2 National Guardsmen were shot near the White House. Benny Johnson is already blaming it on the Dems. Of course he is. Benny Johnson is a vile, subhuman cunt. And the world is... Bro, I've come to a conclusion the other day that I'm genuinely sad that these people aren't older, because as soon as they die of age, the world becomes an objectively better place to live in. And Benny Johnson is definitely one of those people. Benny Johnson got paid by Russia to do... Not even, sorry, no. He wasn't paid by Russia to do anti-US propaganda. The propaganda that he does is so harmful to the US of A that Russia decided to start paying him for it. Oh yeah, ATF love it. Hide your dogs before they shoot them. Yeah, that is grim. But to be fair, yeah. Just a few days ago, that's Benny Johnson's tweet. Just a few days ago, 6 Democrats claimed President Trump was issuing unlawful orders to the military and that the troops must retreat. 2 National Guard members were just targeted and shot in Washington, D.C. We don't even know who we don't know anything right now. We literally don't know anything right now, and he's already blaming the Democrats for it. Better than Hassan not getting paid by Russia and crying about it. I actually think that Hassan not getting paid by Russia and crying about it is significantly better than somebody actually being paid by Russia. Bro, as soon as... Now, obviously, this is just me. You don't have to share my opinion on this. But as soon as I hear about, like, Russia influencing my politics or, like, your politics or Russia just trying to meddle with, like, foreign affairs in general and the way that they do, I, like, jump into an immediate fucking red scare mode. It is not good, bro. It is not good. Oh, I think if you guys are interested, there is there some kind of a discount currently on gifted subs if you do 5 or more. I just got a Twitch notification saying make your favorite streamer's day with 35% off gifted sub bundles or 5 or more until December 1st. If this is the same as the last few times they did that deal, then this is very nice because you get reduced pay, but I get the full amount that I would usually. It's just it comes out of Twitch's end of things, not mine. So if you want to start banging some gifted 5es, now's the perfect time for it, chat. Donald J. Trump's statement. The animal that shot the 2 National Guardsmen, with both being critically wounded, and now in 2 separate hospitals, is also severely wounded, but regardless will pay a very steep price. God bless our great National Guard and all of our militia and law enforcement. These are truly great people. I, as President of the United States and everyone associated with the office of the presidency, am with you. Surprisingly light on blaming the left for a Donald Trump statement. They sure like to do discounts between pay periods. I still have some of those... There is no good way to have this conversation, but I still have some of those tokens that I can use. No, please stop. Oh, that reminds me, Kaceytron. We haven't spoken about Kaceytron yet. Jesus Christ, Kaceytron's going homeless. I still have that thing where, as a content creator, I can put a promotion on subs on. I think it's exactly 35%. I can manually activate it. I just never know when to use it, you know? Last time I've used it was during a subathon, and I think I used it during the Polish Independence Day stream. Maybe if I do like a small Christmas stream, I'll put it on then. But obviously, like, Christmas is time for you to spend money on your family, you know what I mean? Not on me. Guaranteed he didn't write that? No, most probably not. Why do these people not get a job? When you say these people, who do you mean, Agenda? I'll keep refreshing news, and in the meantime we can talk about Kaceytron for a little bit. Because there is a... I've seen some shit, so... Obviously, I've got a few things opened up here from... this is from live stream fails, so keep in mind, far from an unbiased source of news. But essentially, maybe I shouldn't show you this first. I think part of the fight right now is that Kaceytron has been saying that ever since this began, she was getting, like, unfair harassment from, like, the Asmongold incels and from, like, the H3H3 incels. And I'm sure that she's getting a ton of that harassment. But Kaceytron is, like, a vile piece of shit. And whilst I do not condone and actually condemn people going over to her social media just to fuck with her, in the strongest possible terms, she weaponizes her audience to do that exact same thing. She is a horrible human being. She is, like... She's such a bad person, you know what I mean? On, like, a human level. But I want to find for you the... Hey, Sapphiric, how you doing, buddy? I want to find... Wait, is this... Could this be it, maybe?
Offered to Ethan for...
I think this might be it. This might be what I was looking for.
In September, I made a settlement offer to Ethan for $17,500. This offer was publicly revealed by Ethan to his Instagram followers. My mother, father, and sister all struggle with disability and housing instability. They are my family and they depend on me. Just this month, like many other low-income Americans, my mother and disabled sister had their food stamps taken away. Under the current political climate, the future of funding for other assistance is uncertain. I cannot afford to fail them. I simply want this nightmare to be over so that I can go back to providing my family with my full support. Ethan Klein is suing me for $150,000.
Do you know what the actual, like, worst part about all of this is? And, like, the fatigue that comes with this dogshit Twitch TV streamer drama? I don't think... So, I don't know anything about Kaceytron's sister or her mother, and I empathize, right? They seem to be going through a difficult period in their life, and I think it kind of sucks that Kaceytron might not be able to help them out because she is currently amidst a legal battle. I wish she had a fraction of this energy when it was sowing time that she now has, that she's come around to the reaping bit, right? Because this is like a very classic fuck around, find out kind of a situation. And there is a lot of bad things that I can say about Ethan Klein. There is a lot of bad things that I can say about just anyone involved in this drama. But like I said, Kaceytron is like a legitimately vile human being. And I don't know, I find it annoying that I'm now gonna listen to her getting all teared up and all sad because there are consequences to her behavior when she does this exact same shit to so many other people. I don't know, man.
Which is the maximum damages for malicious copyright infringement. I believe it is highly unlikely that a court would find me liable for copyright infringement at all, and certainly not malicious copyright infringement. My offer was tied to the maximum damage.
I would be curious about this one. Does anyone remember, was it Kaceytron or was it Denims who said that this is the stream for people who want to watch Ethan's content come, but without giving him any money or like ad revenue or anything like that? I thought they both did. Both of them said that. Well, I know that somebody said it, but I don't remember who it was, and I don't remember if it was Kaceytron. I can hear Denim say it in my brain. Not so sure about Kaceytron.
Is for normal copyright infringement, which has a maximum damage of $30,000. Considering it is unlikely there are any damages at all that I could have caused, even if I am found liable for copyright infringement, my offer of $17,500 felt very generous. For me, that is a lot of money, and it would have come directly from my own pocket. If we are unable to reach a settlement soon, this could stretch all the way to December of next year and cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyers' fees through the end of the trial. To be clear, I don't make anywhere near this kind of money. Like most Americans, I live paycheck to paycheck. Since this lawsuit was announced, it has resulted in a barrage of hate and harassment that has been incredibly mentally taxing. Every day across all of my social media, I am relentlessly reminded that my life could be ruined, that myself and my family could wind up living on the streets, that Ethan is going to foreclose on my home. All realities that feel very real to me right now, and all being used by hateful onlookers to push me into killing myself. The thought of dealing...
Out of curiosity, has Ethan responded to any of this? Because Ethan can be vengeful, but I don't know. Is he aware of like the housing situation here? Is he pushing for this? I'm just kind of curious, right? I don't want to put it past him, but at the same time, because to my understanding, again, keep in mind, I'm finding all of this shit out from like fucking scattered clips coming across weird places in my timeline, right? None of this like is chronologically ordered. But I was under the impression that the reason why Ethan refused the settlement was because shortly after making this settlement, Casey was attacking him online again, and so he was just like, nope, fuck this shit. If you want to go down that route, we're going down that route. But I don't know when that happened, if that happened. Out of curiosity, does anyone think H3 actually financially suffered from them covering the nuke? Depends on what you mean by financially suffered, Diz. Whichever one of them said, this is the stream that you can watch H3's new content nuke without giving him ad revenue has caused him a financial damage. It might not be a big financial damage, might be nothing in the grand scheme of things, but they've completely fucked themselves with a statement so profoundly moronic that it's dog shit, not just on like an ethical level, and dog shit in terms of giving your enemy ammunition, but dog shit in terms of like actually giving them legal fucking means of suing you. It was a really bad statement.
With the constant doxing, threats to my life, and harassment for
He made
another
an
year
Insta story
is
about it, of
extremely
course he
dark.
did. Do you have a link to
This
it, maybe?
treatment wears on a person, and it has left me feeling extremely
They did,
drained,
Beans, yeah.
isolated, and depressed.
The point is he's suing over not actually suffering any damage? No, you misunderstand how that system works. You're saying that he hasn't suffered any damage because he's fine and because he's rich and because this is a drop in the ocean. These things are structured in a way that lets you sue people because of what they're trying to do, not necessarily how effective they have been at it. I think personally, so everything of this drama aside, let's just break it down to the very basic factors. I think, this is just my perspective, I'm happy to hear any pushback. If you are a content creator and another content creator watches your thing live on their stream and they explicitly invite other people who don't like you to come and watch their stream, because that way they can watch your content that they want to watch but without giving you any money, I think you should sue those people into the fucking oblivion. I think that you should be able to unleash ungodly fucking punishment on these people, legally speaking, in terms of just like that broken down to like the very core components. When somebody does shit like that, the level of insane derangement that I think that the fucking floodgates that opens, just the unhinged nature of the cockiness that it takes to make a statement like that when you're a fucking React glup shito and you're just latching yourself onto a drama that isn't even about you, and you have the fucking audacity to drop that as your intro into your stream. Fuck that shit, bro. Can you imagine if this happened in a different environment, in a different circumstance? Can you imagine if you had a small content creator, let's say a lefty like myself or yourself, and we make a video where we, I don't know, talk about like Asmongold or whatever the fuck, and Asmongold literally opens that video up on his stream and he starts telling you that he's gonna now watch your content, and if you don't want to give me any money from it, you should just watch him instead because he's gonna watch it in full. And some of these people didn't even fucking react to it. They just sat there. Kaceytron was so blazed on weed when she was watching the content nuke that she doesn't remember if she watched it on stream. Do you understand that? That is I remember watching that clip where Kaceytron saying that she doesn't remember if she did or didn't. Maybe she did, but she doesn't think that she did because she was so insanely fucking blazed. Immediately prior to watching the new, Kaceytron states, I know a lot of people have been wanting to watch this without necessarily supporting Ethan Klein, so we're going to watch it. Not quite as bad, less of a bad statement. It's just trapping you in terms of like litigation, right? It's just not a smart thing to say. He's using that as an excuse to disempower and punish Hassan Orbiters. Also kind of cringe, to be honest with you. Let me catch up on chat a little bit. Saying watch me instead of him so he loses money is just shooting yourself in the foot. Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying, yeah. Oh no, sorry, I've read that from Chido. Any of these people that watch on those 3 streams were either not going to watch it at all or on a different channel than H3H3. I agree with you, Diz. The problem isn't how React streaming works in its nature. The problem is what they've said, right? That's what he's suing them for. It's that they wanted to cause him financial damage by replaying his content without making it transformative. That's, to my understanding, that's the nature of the lawsuit. Which, if I'm mistaken, somebody can correct me, because I've read the lawsuits. I think I've read 2 of them on stream, and I'll be honest. Ethan's lawyer is an absolute fucking cringe lord. Like, he reminds me of, like, the fucking emo phase in, like, early middle school when you kind of wanted to be one of those cool kids, but you didn't really know how to. I know exactly what he reminds me of. Do you guys remember that scene at the end of 22 Jump Street where they show you what, like, the next, the future movies are gonna be? And there is the Jonah emo scene, this one. This, in my head, this is what Ethan Klein's lawyer looks like. Just this, right here. This is exactly what Ethan's lawyer looks like.
Change my GoFundMe goal to better reflect the cost of this sort of litigation. Again, these funds are exclusively for my lawyer fees. This is not money that will go towards any sort of settlement or to any of my personal expenses. I don't know, like, I don't want to be, like, criticized for, like, coming on camera and, like,
That's what I'm saying, Tice. Yeah, this exactly is the bottom line, and that's where I'm at in terms of my broader perspective here. Like, they've just gone and done a goof. I defended React streaming in the past, now continue doing so, but they've done a goof. Just simple as.
Crying and shit, because it's not something that I want to do. Like, I've been put in this position where this is what I have to do to survive. And, like, I'm doing this knowing that it's going to result in, like, the whole fucking hate brigade, you know, like Asmongold, XQC, all of them are gonna go live and make a video and make fun of me and laugh about how, you know, I'm going to lose everything and all this other messed up shit, and they're going to further profit off of my pain. All of these incel types, like the Asmongold fans, the XQC fans, like saying that I deserve all of this, and then whenever you ask them why, they're basically just like, because she said incel. It's like the manosphere, a lot of the men in this space really hate me because ever since I've had a platform, I've spoken out against their misogynistic, hateful behavior, you know?
Nobody cares about her. I mean, some people who watch her certainly care about her. I don't think I don't think that's necessarily true, you know. Is that even true, or is she shadowboxing? Some of it is true, but to her, the way how she uses incel is the same how it's the same how red pillars use the word woke, right? Like, everything you don't like is this thing. Everyone you don't like is an incel. Everything that moves is an incel. Everyone who exists is an incel. The incel to the left and to the right and to the center. She's also accused people of some heinous shit in the past, like pedophilia, with absolutely no evidence behind it whatsoever. And then we have, like, the actual substantial criticism that feels kind of relevant to the case here, which is that her React streams are her playing the video with barely commenting over it while she smokes weed. She also thoughts. To be fair, that's like the least of my problems. I feel like if you're a good streamer, you should feel comfortable to fart on stream, you know what I mean? Yeah, it can be disgusting, but still overall good for smaller creators, because if they were in this situation, this ruling would help them win their case. It absolutely would, because it would establish precedents that in the future, if somebody like Asmongold or XQC does this thing again, where they take your content and re-upload it with their face pasted over it, and you get none of the revenue, whilst they don't react to your video, then you'd be able to sue them over the financial damages that might have potentially caused. It gets a little bit more complicated, because I think here the crux of the matter is that they've said they're trying to cause them financial harm, which is the big L. But we'll see how it unfolds. Chris does a short review. Oh no, I know what this is. This is when
just That's what that appreciate you. Just.
There was poop in that one. There is no way that is the sound that feces make when they come into aggressive contact with your fucking underwear. Yeah, he shit himself. Yeah. My boy just shat his pants. He did. He did shit himself. The riches are suing each other over peanuts, but there is good that can come out of it. The point is that principles need to be upheld. I will say, I feel like if Kaceytron loses her house over this, I don't necessarily will feel like the good has been upheld, you know what I mean? But I don't like this thing where a bad actor does a bad thing and then they get excused, right? Because there is like this, we were supposed to feel human and we're supposed to have empathy and all that bollocks. And then they get out of it scot-free, essentially. Whilst whoever it is that they have tried to harm or have harmed, not in this case, Ethan's fine, continues being harmed, right? Like there is so much of that shit around. You caused your own mum's death. Oh yeah, Kaceytron did say that to Asmongold, right? Kaceytron was saying that Asmongold caused his own mother to die because she had lung cancer and he would still buy her cigarettes when she asked. How is it disgusting to sue someone who's been malicious against you if you have a case against them because they have a family? Everyone has a... No, it's not disgusting to sue them over that, in my case. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. That is essentially how it feels like. I will say, I don't think that this is the kind of like level that you should lose your house over, though. You know what I mean? Like that part bothers me a little bit. But at the same time, like, I don't know, bro. It's like try and that's the thing that I don't understand. If I was in a beef with Ethan Klein and I was looking at the prospect of losing my house that my family relies on over this beef, I would be doing everything I can in order to squash the beef. I would be doing everything I can in order to reach a settlement. Now, if she does that, and Ethan's just not willing to settle at all, no matter how much belly she shows, then at the very least she can have the public opinion on her side. But people really don't like her. I like Papa Gut reaction. He also puts the link of the video that he's reacting to in the description. That's good. That's very good to do that. Yeah, but you don't even have to do that in order to make it transformative. Just don't do what they do. Hey, no worries, Gaster. Short stream today, though, but yeah. Dude, speaking of XQC, I had such a fucking whiplash the other day. I'll see if I can find it. Hold on. I need to actually find it because you're not going to believe me if I just tell you. There is no shot that I was just so genuinely fucking flabbergasted. Bro, this took me the fuck out, okay? Hold on. I want to show this to you in like a very, very specific way so that you, So, you guys have seen, probably, that RFK Jr. on Joe Rogan was saying that if you look at the studies of the Pfizer vaccine, the people who got the vaccine had a 23% higher death rate from all causes. And Bill Maher was saying, but that could be the disease itself, and RFK Jr. was saying the vaccine doesn't work, does it? Sorry, that was on Bill Maher, and Joe Rogan is the one who reposted a clip from this. And so somebody comments on it saying, wrong. He makes numbers sound scary, but they really aren't. Total study participants were 44,000. Total number of deaths after the full trial was 38. 21 to 17 vaccinated being the 21. Those 4 could have gone either way. They are an artifact. That's not enough for a scientific conclusion. And so I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's just like a regular comment on Twitter. Somebody's correcting, like, Joe Rogan being a dipshit and RFK Jr., the fucking... the brainworms dude for being a dipshit. And then I pay attention to who's correcting him, and that comment I've just read, that's from XQC. Does XQC always come across like this if you can actually understand what he's saying? Is he like actually able to... Is this what XQC is like when everything is coherent? Because I'll be honest with you, I've got a new appreciation for the dude. Maybe it was just like an ESL thing for both of us. Like, why is XQC... Why? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on here? Let's see if we've got any ABC News updates. West Virginia Republican Patrick Morrissey said the military members shot were members of the West Virginia National Guard. So it's, at least according to Patrick Morrissey, it's not suspected anymore that these were National Guards. We've got one confirmation at the very least. Our prayers are with these brave service members, their families, and the extraordinary men and women of our Guard who put themselves on the line every day. West Virginia stands united behind them, Morrissey wrote on X. Still no more information. We'll probably know more by tomorrow. I feel like if people like Benny Johnson want to spin this as like the left is evil because the Democrats have said to refuse ISIS unlawful orders, why the fuck would a random gunman go after National Guardsmen? In Washington near the White House, bro. Is ICE there? Are they buddies with ICE? Like, what would be the logic? You know what I mean? I've been saying for a while he actually has some base stakes sometimes, even if his content is brain dead. Yeah, he's just like a very he's wide on each spectrum, isn't he? Because sometimes his takes are genuinely horrid. He asked ChatGPT to type a response for him. I would like to think that this was just him. This was just XQC at his best. Hey, Hoss, how you doing, baby girl? Okay, so we've spoken about Kaceytron going homeless. We've spoken about Pokimane and that weird self-engagement sadness thing going on. We've only haven't covered really the content cop Anisa, but this is a 1 hour and 46-minute video, so there's no shot I'm able to have a crack at this today. So I feel like this might as well wait. Guardsmen have died via the West Virginia governor. Wait, both of them? Oh, that is horrible, man. Super sad to hear that. They were critically injured and taken to hospital, right? Very unfortunately, didn't manage to save them. Both? Jesus. Which one, Beans? Because there's been a few recently, no? You mean the Witkoff ones, right? Sorry, I just had to Google his name. When they were basically giving Russia tips on how to approach Donald Trump about Ukraine. Yeah, that shit's grim, man. I don't know if you guys have heard that. Some fucked up shit, bro. Essentially, just to give you like a very quick TLDR. Actually, I don't have to. Hold on. I'm just gonna read. A handful of US representatives have reacted furiously to a leaked recording in which Special Envoy to Ukraine reportedly coached Moscow on how to handle Donald Trump, but most have so far remained mute on the revelation that American officials were advising a US adversary. Don Bacon, amazing surname by the way, of course he's a Republican. Bro, I can see in my brain what this man looks like. I need to Google him. Don Bacon. I love this dude. Is he like an unhinged fucking Republican, or is he like one of them chill ones? He looks like a Don Bacon. No, he's not even fat. He just has like vibe of a Don Bacon. Republican representatives called for Steve Witkoff's immediate dismissal. For those who oppose the Russian invasion and want to see Ukraine prevail as a sovereign and democratic country, it is clear that Witkoff fully favors the Russian. The Nebraskan lawyer wrote on X, lawmaker, he cannot be trusted to lead these negotiations. Would a Russian paid agent do less than he? He should be fired. Yeah, this is incredibly fucked, to put it very simply. Essentially, you've got people who are close to Donald Trump, who are special envoys in Ukraine, like Witkoff, who are now finding out are literally advising Putin on how best to approach Donald Trump so that they can take Ukraine apart. Like, how fucking insane in this? Just a reminder, chat per our president, sedition is punishable by death. Beans, I will not break TOS today, okay? I will not break TOS, but I will make a callback to earlier when I said that when I hear anyone who's pro-Russia in like this specific type of way, I get very, very much on the Red Scare vibes, you know? It is what it is. Yeah, that's, I'm just saying that our president said that. Yeah, I'm just saying that I'm just saying things. I'm just saying things, you know? Cray theory, China leaked the thing, Dmitriev is compromised. Dude, do you want to dude, you just reminded me of something. Bro. You guys know Berkowicz, right? I told you about him. The unhinged Polish member of the Confederation, Konrad Berkowicz. He's the one who was like creepily recording a child from hiding because he wanted to say that the woke agenda's bad. He recently stole like a 16 fucking part dinner plate set from a store, and then he was saying that he just forgot to scan it. Proper fucking cringe, like absolute weirdo. You know which one. I've showed him to you before. Genuine fucking freakazoid. So, we found out, not even that we found out, European Union has determined that if you have a marriage certificate and you're legally married, even if it's a same-sex marriage, or specifically in cases where it's a same-sex marriage, that marriage certificate has to be respected in all countries that are part of the European Union. Because what was happening is, I'm sure that these are very niche cases, but it is still on the books, like this would be legal here in Poland. If let's say, Ties and Wine and Ampa were a lovely married couple of gay men, and they wanted to come to Poland for holidays, and something happened medically where one of them conked out, the other one wouldn't be treated as close family by the hospital and would not be allowed to be given any confidential information that is reserved for family members. Because Poland doesn't recognize a gay marriage. So if you're a guest coming over, your marriage isn't recognized if you happen to be in a gay marriage. So essentially, thank you for the hydration, Rudy Munich. What happened is the European Union decreed that these kinds of certificates have to be respected in Poland as well. And this is not a case for us to talk about with the tribunal over. This is a done deal. This happens earlier, I think last night or earlier today, and that's it. You have to respect those now. Obviously, our far right is incredibly homophobic, so the freakazoids jump on Twitter and they start talking about how Poland has no sovereignty because now we have to respect the gay rights. And Berkowicz himself specifically, because he is one of the biggest fucking imbeciles in this country, posted an a video on Twitter about how China have built a cannon which fires 7 times quicker than the speed of light. And in the meantime, in Poland, we have the tied in fucking caps on bottles that European Union has ruled so that the caps don't fly off, black people, and gay marriage. So China's really cool because they've got lasers that shoot quicker than the speed of light. Poland has bottle caps mandated by the European Union, black people, and gay marriage. The video that he posted of this Chinese cannon, it's AI. It's not a real cannon. It's not a thing. It's a video made by AI. It's very bad. I kind of like those ball caps, bro. I like him as well. I was moaning for like the first week, sorry, and then I got used to it, and ever since then I kind of like the fact that I always have that shit attached. Spaghetti time. No, unironically, Cheeto. Hold on, I'll show it to you. I'll show you the. Chiny zbudowały działo, które strzela 7 razy szybciej niż dźwięk, a my w Unii mamy nakrętki, murzynów i małżeństwa jednopłciowe. Upside down smiley face. So if I hit the translation button, China's built a gun that shoots 7 times faster than the speed of sound, and us, in the EU we've got bottle tops, black blokes, and same-sex marriage. This is not a real cannon. Who is this dude? Bro, this is probably the 3rd most influential politician of the Polish far-right Confederation Party that is becoming increasingly more popular amongst people disillusioned with the 2 biggest parties in charge. So like this is a pretty... This has to be, I think, out of all the... unironically, out of all the politicians of the Confederation, I think that Berkowicz is the single dumbest one of them all. Especially for how popular he is. You know the meme of like, don't mind him, we trained him wrong on purpose? He is that meme personified. He is an actual fucking idiot. Yeah, we also have fucking human rights. This is so shit. Thank you for the 380 biddies twice, Stepan, what is also known as 720 biddies, because I can do quick maths. This is like actually pathetic. And the dumbest part about this is that this doesn't even require our dog-ass fucking government to accept gay marriage and allow people in Poland to be married. This is very specifically for cases of like the Schengen travel. And then our president gave a press release about this, right? Not about the Chinese cannon that doesn't exist, but about the European Union decision. And he, basically the TLDR of that speech, 760, not 720. Maybe it's 760. It is 760. I can't count actually. Big dab. I work in finances. Just putting it out there. Is black blokes the accurate translation? He's complaining about the existence of black people in Europe. It is not an accurate translation. This is, for us, the in-between of, like, black person and the N-word. This is, like, the furthest you can get, and this is still accepted in the mainstream, but mostly because this is sort of, like, outside of the current Overton window of conversation. It's not a slur. It's not a slur, strictly speaking. A lot of, like, more contemporary brain people argue that it should be. But for now, this isn't a slur. But it is a derogatory, right? The idea is for it to be derogatory. So it's like the second N-word. It's not, it's like in between. It's getting there, but it's not that yet. The point is that this is bad, right? All of this is bad. The Berkowicz is just a piece of shit. He's like a genuine piece of shit. For me, it seems like the trend is that the more powerful these far-right parties become, the less successful they become. I pray that's the case in the long run. Globalize. The issue is that currently they're just getting more popular, and the next parliamentary election, if it goes like I fear it might, we're going to be economically frozen in place as a country, and socially we're going to regress again, because the two biggest parties are going to be Law and Justice and the Confederation. Law and Justice is sort of like kind of left-wing on a lot of economy, and very right-wing on social worldview, and the Confederation is far right on both. So if they form a coalition as like the two biggest right-wing parties, socially they're going to be in acceptance that we need to bully gay people, we need to bully, well no, lesbians, to be fair, they don't think we should bully. Lesbians are more like, they're allowed to exist because they are often the fetish of straight dudes. But they're not allowed to get married, right? Obviously, we have to keep this country civilized, right? And we can't have lesbians marrying other lesbians, not allowed. Immigrants are going to have it worse. Any kind of minority is going to have it worse. And economically, we're just going to be frozen because they're not going to agree on anything. Is it the G slur in Polish? I'm not sure what you mean, Goro, but I kind of don't want you to put that in chat just in case it is. But I don't know what G slur you mean. Imagine being so much of a pussy, don't even use the real N-word. In this case specifically, he doesn't have to. You know, you have like this archetype of a person. In America, it would be like somebody from the deep south. And it's the way how the intonation on certain words work for them. Like they don't even, like they can use a word that is far more innocent, but the way how they say it makes it very clear what the like intention behind what they're saying is. But it's the same here. There is no fooling anyone what Berkovich here means. Apparently there was a Don't Call Me Murzyn campaign. That would make sense to me, yeah, because I remember we have a cake in Poland called Murzynek, which is like a... When you put... in Polish, we have a way to make words like sound cuter, or like to put like a small version of the word. I don't know how to explain it better, but that's essentially like the cuter version of that word. And I remember people talking about like maybe we're going to have to look at a prospect where we're going to change the name of that cake. It is a very good cake. It's chocolate cake. It's very nice. Jesus, fucking COVID cold is still COVID cough even. Rada Języka Polskiego o słowach murzyn i murzynka. Hold on, let's give this a read. Od Rady Języka Polskiego nadesłano list z prośbą o opinię na temat pejoratywizacji rzeczownika murzyn. This is... I didn't know this is a word in Polish. Pejoratywizacji. That's like pejorative, right? Pejorativizing the word murzyn. I like when we borrow from English, but I've never heard this before. I mean, I suppose it does the trick, right? Because I know what pejorative means. But I don't know how commonly understood this is going to be to people. Od pewnego czasu jestem nagminnie atakowany, głównie w internecie, za to, iż uważam, że słowo murzyn nie ma pejoratywnego znaczenia. Grono głównie obcokrajowców mieszkających w Polsce rozpoczęło specjalną akcję w sieci pod hashtagiem #Don'tCallMeMurzyn, która ma na celu napiętnowanie oraz wywieranie presji na Polakach, którzy, jak ja, uważają, że to słowo nie jest obraźliwe. Yeah, so essentially somebody's saying that he doesn't believe the word is insulting, but there are black people who are saying that it is, and we have so many different words for black people that I feel like this one specifically very clearly is like slur light, you know what I mean? It's a borrowing from Latin, it's an academic linguistic term. I mean, that makes sense to me. I can't believe this is what the guy spamming me ping on League sound like. Yeah, I will be honest with you. Wait, what server do you play on that you're playing with Polish people? You're playing on Nordic and East? You should be playing on EU West, okay? Higher skill ceiling there. In my country, from what I remember, the Nazi party had these scandals. The leader posted poems telling people to beat Jews to death with sticks. He was also tricked 3 times by internet scammers that Elon Musk is flying out to America. flying him out to America. The cultural minister from their party was filmed in a bathtub thrusting his groin into the face of the prime minister. They are incompetent. In my opinion, letting them have power for like 4 years so everyone would shut up about them was a good move. It's a good move in the context of like them, all of their ideas falling apart, but here in Poland, a lot of their ideas are centered around just hating minorities. No matter how incompetent they are, as long as they have that, they're gonna harm those people. And I don't think I want to run an experiment on how badly they can harm them by giving them the reins for 4 years. But yeah, the whole thing is the state of Polish politics right now, bro. The state of Poland right now, bro. It would be Chido. I want to say that it would be very much like that. Yeah, that's probably the closest that you guys have for it. Yeah. I think we already know people are too stupid. Just look at America and Trump. It's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate that here in Poland, there is this fucking mentality that, you know, no matter how bad you have it, it's just as long as some shat has it worse, then you're going to be all good. And it's fucked. There are people who have kids. Those kids are looking at the prospect of a Poland in the future where they don't have access to healthcare, they don't have access to free education, the job market is thoroughly fucked, and they don't have access to a home that they can call their own, like a house that they can own, because everything's fucking spun out of control, and they still care about all of that less than they care about the idea that they might just fuck over another gay person. Is your president right now the guy who makes it a big deal out of the fact that he trains in boxing? I don't know how much of a big deal he makes it, but it has been made like a big deal, yeah. He's the dude who keeps taking these illegal nicotine pouches on the air. I don't know how it is in Poland, but our government is very parliamentarized, so there isn't much harm that they can do. It's the same here in Poland right now, but that will not be the case if they grow bigger. And Law and Justice, the other party that is socially far right, they currently are the single biggest party. So the only way how they ally themselves with the Confederation is over worldview matters and not over the economy. Which is why it's so concerning, because we're going to be economically frozen, which just sucks, and then we're going to bully gay people, which gay people should be the last of your worries when you're economically fucked, even if you don't like gay people. But for some reason here in Poland, Nicotine pouches are legal. I use them myself. Snus is not. That's what I'm saying, the illegal nicotine pouches. Which snus is one of, yeah. If you think your parliamentarized government can't turn your country into shit, you're amazingly naive. I suppose it depends on the country. I mean, it can always turn to shit, but I'm just mildly worried. I don't know. Bro, have I told you, have I moaned to you guys about what was happening at my workplace this week? I haven't, have I? Because I got knocked out on Monday. Not physically, just to, that was a sussy segue. I had a migraine on Monday that knocked me out, is what I mean. And so I had a, bro, dude, if you want to, I'm going to rant about the return to office mandates again, because this shit is so fucked that I'm like, I don't even know what the, well, no, I have a decent idea of what the good course of action here is, but it's just fucked. Is 100 lat za murzynami a movie or expression or something? It's an expression. It means, a translation, if we're going by what you said earlier, Chido being the most appropriate term, would be 100 years behind the Negroes, which is a way to express that somebody's so backwards and so behind, either technologically or socially speaking, that even the people, even the places where black people come from are ahead of him. It's an expression. It's a racist expression. Yeah. Quite common of an expression here in Poland as well. I've never heard of that. Well, to be fair, if you're not... It's a Polish expression, isn't it? You wouldn't have heard of it. I see why the word is offensive then. Yeah, it's... I mean, it is offensive. It's not, like I said, it's not officially recognized as a slur, but if I was around black people, I wouldn't use that word. And I wouldn't use that word, even though, like, you've heard my take on the N-word. So, like, you know what I mean? Because, like, there is no version of this which would be, like, chill. I literally heard at work that economics don't matter as long as there are no gay people and no chapati. Yeah, bro. Chapati is another racist term here in Polish. It means, I'll tell you exactly what it means. I'm going to translate that one, actually. Because it helps, because there is a very specific word that I'm missing right now. No, fuck. What is it? What is it when like a cow has different, like a little bit of black and a little bit of white, and like black and then white again, and then black and then white. There's a word for that. Spotted, dappled. We can use either of these. So the closest translation of chapati would be basically like spotted or dappled, and it's a slur for... That one is a slur, right? So obviously disavow, but we're doing education right now, so it's fine on Twitch. That one is a slur for brown people, because it's the idea that, like, they've got, like, a little bit of white, so they're not quite black, but they're not white either. The actual English equivalent of that is just calling someone a paki, which we know is a slur, and again, disavow, bad word. We have a few versions of that as well. But that one isn't, like, a... that one is hold on, I'm having a moment here. Vulgar? Vulgar. Jesus fucking Christ. ESL be hitting your boy hard. Mulatto might actually be a... That might not be a bad translation either. That might actually be way closer than what I was going for. But what I'm talking about is the bad one, right? It's not a descriptor, it's an insult. Who the fuck uses mulatto? I mean, Beans does, right? She's massively racist. I worked at a furniture factory in Mazowieckie, and one of the managers was this football hooligan, and he was saying so much anti-Semitic, white supremacist, and homophobic stuff that I low-key regretted learning Polish. Yeah, many such cases, bro. People are, like, given our history, the amount of like anti-Semitism here is also off the fucking charts. Which I will say, currently, there is this whole thing, we've had this conversation before, because obviously a random individual Jewish person should not be blamed for what the fuck Israel does in their free time. And we all agree that Netanyahu is a sick fuck. But the Israel is not making it any easier right now to be a Jewish person in Poland, bro. Actually, we're receiving conflicting reports. Disregard my earlier statement. Okay, so we don't know if the National Guardsmen are dead or not. Okay, ABC News is also reporting as the 2 National Guard members are dead. But that's according to Patrick Morrissey, right? West Virginia, which you just say that they're receiving conflicting reports. CNN sources the guardsmen were apparently specifically targeted because they were guardsmen. Who's beefing with White House guardsmen? Why? Like, what do? They walk around the White House, don't they? Is there like some anti-guardsman movement that I am not aware of? What would even be the leftists' issue with guardsmen? False flag? So would you... Well, no, I was going to say, what do you reckon it's a false flag for? But obviously there's no way to tell, right? False flag for... Okay, never mind. French Special Force team. True. They're going after Candace Owens and they needed a distraction. It's all coming together. 2 hour and 30-minute stream and we've solved it. Yeah, but Slippers, these are National Guards in Washington. near the White House. This isn't like ICE doing fucking Nazi shit, and these aren't National Guards that are deployed somewhere and like actively doing the thing. This is next to the White House, bro. I feel like that there is no I wanna know things. I mean, I suppose by the time I wake up tomorrow, I'm probably gonna like I imagine I will sit down on a shitter in the morning before I head to work, and I'll start browsing my phone, and I'll receive all the information that I need. France not sending their best. True.
Like, right after we end the call, right after I leave the call, I'm going to rape a kid. Yeah.
Who are you talking to here, Beansy? What's the law? That shameless plug. Not so much forgot about it, Slippers. I just assumed that if you were a leftist who has a problem with what's happening right now, you'd... I don't know. I mean, to be fair, people who go around murdering other people aren't exactly logical. I'm gonna wait until we know what the fuck happened. Mr. Geek, of course. Oh, Chad, by the way, I don't know if I'll be streaming on Friday. There is a work party thing, but I might not go. I haven't made up my mind yet. It's just, oh yeah, I haven't finished talking to you about the work situation, have I? Because I got distracted. I had a migraine on Monday, and it was again one of the, like a bad migraine. I've been having, so I think the stress at work recently has made my migraines a lot worse than they have been historically, because for the first time since I was young, the first time since I can remember, actually, because I've had migraines my entire life, but for the first time since forever, when I have migraines now, they're causing me to vomit, and I get, like almost like a stiffness around the back of my neck and like my upper back, especially if I slept bad, and I always sleep bad when I have a migraine, because you feel like there's a little fucking gnome in your brain trying to chisel its way out with blunt instruments. So I figured, look, I can't come to work on Monday because migraine. And so I reach out to, my team leader is currently on holidays, so I reach out to his replacement. His replacement knows that I don't like being in the office. It's not exactly a secret around the office that I'm not particularly fond of being there. But we have these extra days, 26 of those in a year, that we can use to have extra days working from home instead of coming into the office. I have 7 of those remaining, and I thought to myself, I'm having a migraine, so I'm gonna work from home more this week, because like I can't show up in the office tomorrow, because if I show up to the office on Tuesday, when I've got a bad migraine on a Monday, I'm gonna re-trigger that migraine, and I'm gonna be fucking knocked out on Wednesday again, because that's exactly what happened 2 weeks ago. So I'm asking, like, hey, would it be okay? I still have 7 of these days left, or 8, or whatever the fuck. I would like to work from home. This is why I've got a migraine. Migraines triggered by flashing. Migraines can be re-triggered by flashing lights and loud noises. Our office is pretty loud. There are monitors everywhere. There do be lights that flash. And I was told no. I was told that my request is denied. And if I'm not feeling well, I should take sick day instead of working from home. Now, I'm thinking to myself up until that point, and it's probably better for the company if I do work, because if I take a sick day, then they only pay me 80% and none of my work gets done. But no, apparently there is such a high pressure on returning to office right now that they don't want to give anyone the ability to work from home, even if you have like an actual valid reasoning behind it. So what's happening is on Thursday, tomorrow, that's why I'm going to be in the office. I've got a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. And after that, I'm going to go for another brain scan. I've had one done a little bit over a year ago for my migraines, just to see if there's nothing like fucky happening with my head. Because like I said, the migraines are getting worse. And I have no idea what kind of a conversation I'm in for with my team leader and potentially his backup when I'm trying to explain to them that, hey, if I have a migraine, I'm out for that day. And then the next day, I can't work from the office because I'm gonna have another migraine if I do. And they're just immune to any kind of logic. Broskis, I've been getting in trouble at work recently, and it has nothing to do with my performance. Would you believe that? I ranted about this on stream the other day, so obviously, not on stream, in my Discord, so some of you will already know. I have been arguing and fighting with the upper management in ways that will get me in trouble with HR. It's only a matter of time. And yes, thank you, Unix. Speaking of Discord, here's the link to it. Join in there, jump in there. I've been fighting with upper management about this, and for the last 3 months that this has been getting worse during, and for the last month where this has been getting really bad, not a single fight that I've had with upper management at work has been to do with my actual results. Like my actual, like the thing that I'm paid to do. We're wasting everyone's time, my time, their time, solely because they want to try and enforce everyone to return to the office. If you get a doctor note, how does your sick leave work? I'm going to find out because I'm going to talk to a... So I have the visit tomorrow with a specialist, with a neurologist. I'm going to talk to them and I'm just going to explain to them what the situation is, what the problem at work is, and I'm just going to ask for advice. Because honestly, Beans, I don't know. I was under the impression that if I have diagnosed migraines and if I have a neurological disorder, which diagnosed migraines are, by the way, then they can't refuse when I ask for, like, working from home because of, like, some discrimination bollocks. And to be fair, maybe they can't. Maybe I just need to read into that. But they did refuse. They refused this week. How the fuck were you able to get an appointment? What do you mean? We diagnosed you with tummy aches. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I am... The malicious compliance is already kicking in, Beans. But I'm also... Right now, I'm just waiting. So I want to... I've got... Like I said, I've got an appointment tomorrow, and I think I'm going to be scheduled for brain scans shortly thereafter. And I am gonna... Bro, I'm going to print out pamphlets for, like, migraines and shit, and I'm just going to bring them into my next fucking debate session with the upper management. And we're going to see how far we can take this. I have to wait 8 months for an allergiologist. I'm guessing that's for allergies, right? My best guess is that there are fewer people who specialize in allergies than there are people who specialize in, like, neurological disorders. There's a lot of neurological disorders out there, right? I imagine there's plenty of specialists for that. I've also been... They've also, like, hastened my appointment, specifically because I've had... usually I would have 5, maybe 6 migraines in a year. That's kind of how my migraines work, because I get them... yeah, 5, 6, maybe a few more sometimes, but not much more than that. If I got, like, 2 in, like, less than a month from each other, that would be very weird for me, right? I had 4 in the last 2 weeks. So, just to put in perspective why, when I called in and explained to them what's happening, they've sort of sped me up to go and see a neurologist as fast as possible. Because your boy might be having brain issues. Unfortunately, Amp, I do not hold the system together. I will say, though, it is incredible that all the problems I've been having at work and all this argument and all this shit has actually nothing to do with my performance, bro. My performance has been... I haven't had a single complaint, performance-wise, in 2.5 years. Do you believe that? 2.5 years. Without a single, like, complaint about... No, and I'm not saying I haven't gotten in trouble in 2.5 years. I'm saying there hasn't been a complaint. Like, bro, and now I have like these bi-weekly fucking fights with upper management because of something that has nothing to do with my work. Sending vibes for not brain cancer. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for as well. I complained to HR and you shadow banned. I already got in trouble with HR for not showing up in the office as much as I'm supposed to. I imagine, yeah, I mean, I'm just used to the fact that I'm going to be fighting them from now on. I've already started looking for different jobs. It's just, it's a peculiar time in the job market right now, so I don't know really how realistic recruitment is. You die waiting for an appointment in the public healthcare system? Or maybe I should have started there. I'm not going publicly, Slippers. I'm going privately. I have private healthcare as part of my work benefits package. And I very much use that because it comes as my, like, work benefits. I hate that shit. I've been dealing with some of the same shit at work. Yeah, Huss, I feel you, buddy. It's so ridiculous. Do you know what actually bothers the shit out of me the most? We've had some staff members leaving for a variety of reasons. Quite a few of them for the reasons I've just described, because this has been getting worse and worse over the last half a year. And they're not currently replacing those staff members. We are, as of, by the end of the year, we're going to lose an SME who... I won't go as far as to say that this subject matter expert has been holding our department up, but we're going to feel this person's absence and they're not hiring replacements. They're just not. Work you do is only a part of the value you provide for the employee. The bigger part is the feeling of power the management gets. True. Absolutely true. Do you know what? I have to avoid... when they talk about this, I actually have to like put the earphones in and I have to tune this out because otherwise I'm gonna actually start fucking citing Marx. I am actually gonna start a communist revolution at work. Bro, one of the people from the upper management who is pushing this return to office bollocks, his actual world outlook and a genuine belief is that it is not just important but crucial to maintain the symbiotic relationship between office developers and builders and private companies who then exist in those offices. He will take away my time with my fiancée whilst I'm preparing for my fucking wedding so that developers who have built the offices we're in get a little bit of extra cashola in their pocket. Not to flex, but I basically can work remote as much as I can. Amp, I mean this without any undertones of abuse, and I mean this with peace and love. Do you have a job? Yeah, you told me to shit on Monday. Yeah, I was ranting to a few people on Monday. Bro, I was dying from a migraine and I was so upset by all of this that I was in like, I think 4 people's DMs just yapping and yapping. One of you I apologize to. One of you I thought was Cheeto, right? Because his name also starts with a CH. It wasn't Cheeto. I left like 72 messages to somebody who I thought was Cheeto and isn't Cheeto. Don't know if they've seen him. I don't know how I've clicked on their name. But it do be like that sometimes. What the fuck, Chris? Hey, I'm asking it with peace and love. I'm an accountant, but not really. Hey, look, as long as if you can work from home, I applaud that. I approve that. Dude, working from home is the shit. How is your cat? Good, good, good. We've given him the IV. He's gotten all the electrolyte that he needs because electrolytes are what the plants crave. And he's kind of just chilling in the bedroom now, I think. Amp streams. Amp does stream, yeah. You should check him out sometimes. Amp mostly plays games. But yeah, no, sorry. I was just it just bothers me, is what it is. Because it bothers me because I'm getting in trouble at work for something that has nothing to do with my actual, like, work performance. And it genuinely, like, there are few things that trigger me as much as the fact that, like, my day-to-day job is at risk over something that has nothing to do with my day-to-day job. Like, that shit actually fucking upsets me. Because now I have to look at the idea of changing my jobs. I have to look for a potential new employer, not because I want to, not because I feel like it's time to do this bullshit, which to be fair is very true, but I'm calling it bullshit because it's frustrating, thing where every 2 to 3 years you have to look elsewhere to get like a better pay bump and all of that shit, but solely because they have actually begun targeting employees like myself at what feels like an attempt to further cut down on the amount of workforce left, but they don't want to fire anyone because if they fire you, they have to pay you. So they just want to make it so that we quit on our own. It's fucking tragic. CNN sources, video shows gunman walk up at a fast pace to guardsmen, who do not appear to notice him, or visibly react at least, opens fire mere feet from one of them, described as an ambush situation, suspect not cooperating with law enforcement, not carrying ID. At least they got them, because now it's just going to be a matter of time, right? Until we know exactly who it is. But yeah, sorry, just ranting about work, because that shit just, it bothers me. I don't like, it couldn't have come at a worse time as well, because I don't like this possibility of financial instability looming over me when I'm like actively saving money for my wedding and actively preparing for my wedding. Like we are, like I'm at this point closer than... When I announced my engagement, I was further away from my wedding than I am from it right now. Like, I'm past the halfway point. Like I said, I don't want to give you the specific date for obvious reasons, right? I don't want any of you fuckers to show up at my venue and just start being weird, which the odds of that are almost 0%, but I'm still playing it safe. But, like, it's real, it's happening, it's getting there, and now I have, like, all of this work shit to deal with on top. It's frustrating is all. Okay, what is this?
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are going through your phone so that you can find a new book for your children, and they stumble on one and say, Daddy, download that one, and then you realize that the internet has poisoned you.
Welcome to the
I don't know, the internet has not poisoned me, apparently. What is the bad dragon? So that was uni, I think. Maybe, hold on, maybe I am not with you on this one, chat. I don't know what happened here. Why is the dragon bad? Bad dragon is... Oh yeah, it is. It is the dildo brand. Bro, they make the insane dildos, don't they? Like the actual, like, fucking dragon-shaped ones. Can I show dildos on stream? Is that allowed in the TOS? For educational purposes, right? No? That sucks. Fucking stupid, actually. Why would you not be allowed to show dildos on stream? It's not educational. Watch me make it educational. What do you mean it's not educational? But yeah, sorry, I understand now. I am part of the in-group. I am one of the cool kids. I am with you, chat. I'm gonna do a few more games. Okay, so we've got 1 T. Ooh. Ooh. Something something tier. Going pretty close. No, hold on, because the third one is T. Potter. Like Harry Potter. How is it? Hold on, it's not Potter. Well, how is it that Malfoy used to say it? He used to do the proper P, right? The Potter. I used to love that shit. I'm not big on Harry Potter, but my fiance loves it. Oh, hold on, is it? Okay, it's not water. I've already done A. Fuck. First letter is I. I don't know what the fuck an I-ter. What is this? As unfortunately expected, Trump ordering additional National Guardsmen to deploy to DC in response. Yeah, of course. Like, I'm not even remotely surprised by that. Nor are you. I know, dude. I want to know who it is that shot at them, because you have to be a. That is such a moronic fucking thing to do. People are gonna suffer now. I'm actually gonna try every letter, because this is insane. Bro. 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 Oh, inter. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That is in fact the word. Yep. Sorry, I was having a moment there. I got frustrated. Okay. Okay, chat. Okay, am I incredible at this or what? Am I incredible at this or what? Okay. Nas something. Nas. Nasbo? Nasal? Yeah, I keep forgetting you can use the same letters. I keep forgetting that this is... Yes. Good one, Slippers. Nasal. Okay, so we've got A as the second one. Okay, so R is somewhere in here. I know A is second. Oh. I shouldn't have used the P again. But at least we've got... Rabbi. No, I is not here. No. Rambo? No, that's not a word, I'm afraid. Razem. Razemki. Also not allowed, apparently. Not Rager, but Ray... So it's not Racer, because it's not an E here. No, the E... We've already got an E here. What, like this, you reckon? Yeah. Look at that. Razor. Okay, so we've got T, U, and O. GG. Alright, last one, chat, last one. I don't think it will start with a U. I've got P, Z. Take care, Slippy. Thank you for being here, and I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Let me refresh the the news, if we've got anything else here. I'm really bad at this game. I had a spectacular beginning, and I've been worse ever since. Oof. Oof. I feel like I'm gonna... Bro. None of them are in the right order. I'm not having a good time here. Oh, shout, right? Okay, fucking got it in the end. Got it in the end. Okay, chat. I appreciate you all being here. Like I mentioned, it's going to be a slightly shorter stream today because I have to be in the office tomorrow. Well, I don't have to be. Well, no, I do have to be, but I'm also going to the doctor's, so I'm sort of like, I've got a reason to be there. I'm not really seeing anyone that I could raid us into, to be quite honest with you, but I kind of don't want to not raid us into anyone either. If anyone's got a middle ground, such as a recommendation perhaps, I will gladly take those now. If not, I will try and find us someone to raid into. Yeah, Marine Mammal Rescue is going to be. We've been raiding into them a lot recently, but you can blame my lack of ability to network for that one. As I said, thank you all for being here. I hope you had a good time. I will potentially be back with you on Friday. I can't make any promises because, like I've said, there's a work thing. I'm just undecided if I want to go. If I do end up going, then obviously no stream. If I don't go, then I will let you know, and then I will stream. It will largely probably depend on what kind of information I get from the doctors tomorrow, because I don't exactly know if I've got a bad period of migraines right now. Maybe going to a work party with loud music and flashing lights is not going to be the best idea for me. Well, whatever happens, happens, though, innit? Take care, guys, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye now, and good night.